for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today, USA Boxing. We are back. Yes, y'all. Another day. You see what I'm saying? Another day, another opportunity to get it right, to correct the wrongs, right the wrongs. And as long as you're alive and walking on top of this earth, you still have a chance to make it do what it do, okay? Let's get it in. Whole lot of stuff going on in boxing today. Whole lot of news with the Jamel and the Charlo and Castano. Whole lot of news with Crawford getting interviewed with Behind the Gloves. You know, whole lot of news with Devin Haney and Lomachenko and and who else we got? Killa Kam and Lou DeBella and ESPN and Bob Arum and Top Rank and Smoke Dank and Big Fish, Little Minnows, Small Crawfish. Well, whatever. It's a whole lot of shit going on, right? We're going to try to, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe at the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at the like button. And as a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and just set it off like this. So we're just going to get right into the show, okay? We're going to get right into the show, and we're not even going to, hold on, let me see something. What the hell is going on? Wait a minute, guys, wait a minute. Let me go ahead and, I'm trying to see something. Bear with the old boy for a minute. Something I'm trying to see. I guess I got to refresh this page right here. Something is going wrong right here. Hold on. All right, there we go. Let's give everybody a round of applause. You know how we like to do it. I like to give everybody a round of applause out of respect. Let's get into this. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Salute to Troy Graham. Shout out to AV Sounds. Salute to George H. Shout out to the Queen Kathy W. Shout out to Dean West. Salute to Jim 82. Shout out to Dragon Leg. Shout out to Two Matador. Salute to CB3. Shout out to Miguel Charco. Salute to the Queen Karma Serene. Shout out to Juan Carrillo. Shout out to Arnold. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Salute to Jay Miller. Shout out to Will Sargentson. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to True Gritter 402. Shout out to Malcolm Roach. Shout out to Hair Hero Elite, because of what's going on. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Folabon. Salute to Philos 58. Shout out to Ralph Reacts. Salute to Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to Dante Estarnes. Shout out to Ronald Finkley, Big Ron in the house. Shout out to Charles N. Salute to Chick, what's going on, my brother, with the lick read. Shout out to Hector Garcia. Salute to Damian Bennett. Holla back, Lonnie Laughlin. Salute to the Queen Lil Green Eyes P. What's going on with my main man Charlo? Salute to Ahmed. Shout out to Jaguar Thama. Knockdown 305 in the house. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Salute to Jason Dockery. Shout out to the Queen Fistiana Fights. We're fighting. Shout out to the Queen Misfit. Shout out to my brother Retro Boss in the documentaries. Shout out to Schoolo X-Man. Shout out to my brother Mark Nash. Salute to Rider of the Storm. Shout out to Carl Hansen. Salute to Philly Fly. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. Salute to Ace Sneed. Holla back at your boy Paul Evans. Shout out to Mr. Pads. Salute to the Queen Arlette. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bales. Salute to my main man James Brown. Salute to my brother from the Big D, Detroit, the Motor City, Smith and West. And shout out to my brother over there, man, the UK man, Punch Perfect Boxing. Let's get into this. Let's give a shout out to the ladies who I may have forgotten. Shout out to the Queen Deborah Booker. Salute to the Queen Ava. Shout out to the Queen Nick Rich. Shout out to the Queen Kathy W and Lady Shan. Let's get into this, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. We not gonna, we ain't gonna cut no corners today, right? Now, is Devin Haney on the wrong side of the street? I'm gonna tell you guys where I'm going at with this. Some of you guys may have picked it up already, but if just in case you didn't pick it up, well, I got something for you, right? Is Devin Haney on the wrong side of the street? What do you think? George Kambosos is the man that beat the man, and now he is the unified lightweight champion of the world. He's also recognized as the WBC undisputed champion of the world. Notice I said WBC because he's not recognized as undisputed with no one else outside, no other organization, historical books, data, whatever the case may be, sanctioning bodies, but the WBC. But that's neither here nor there. Sources say that Killa Kam is considered by his fans and Mauricio Sulaiman, as I said before, as the WBC undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Canelo Alvarez is the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Josh Taylor is the undisputed, universally known, undisputed light welterweight champion of the world. Kambosos is the WBC undisputed lightweight champion of the world. There's a difference, according to their narrative and what they're pushing. Okay, now, notice how I worded that last sentence. Fans of Devin Haney feel that Kambosos is a one-hit wonder. And as soon as Devin Haney or Vasily Lomachenko get their hands on him, he will lose. I see a lot of people saying that on the internet, some people who feel that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. Devin Haney fans are starting to feel like the politics of boxing is now trying to stop Dev, what his father called him, from making history. As you know, the WBO has ordered the #1 contender, Vasily Lomachenko, to fight George Kambosos. That's what they ordered, right? Now, the conspiracy theorists are running wild, and they believe that this is a classic case of the white man not wanting to see another brother get his shot at becoming great. They feel that way, and they have a right to feel that way, and there's nothing wrong with them feeling that way because of things that happened in the past, especially with Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, he had to have 50 fights before he even got a shot at the title. And not only that, he had to get Congress involved in order for him to get a shot, because Bob Arum didn't want to fuck with him. Don King didn't want to fuck. Then nobody wanted to touch Hagler until Congress came in. Then Bob Arum said, "Fuck it, all right, damn, whatever." You see what I'm saying? But let's continue. So I get what they're saying, but it's not as simple as that. But I look at it kind of differently, guys. These are the same guys that said that Terrence Crawford wanted to get a fight, that if Terrence Crawford wanted to get a fight with Errol Spence, that he would have to sign with the PBC. Where am I going at with this? Keep listening. Why? Because Al Haymon had all of the top welterweights. He controlled the welterweight division and the junior middleweight division. All roads lead to the PBC in the welterweight division. So if you want to get that mega fight, you're going to have to line yourself up with the right company. That's what they say. But in the lightweight division, all roads leads to two companies, Top Rank and Golden Boy Promotions. Because Golden Boy Promotions have two fighters, they have several fighters. But in the lightweight division, Devin Haney has fought who? Jorge Linares, I think he's a Golden Boy fighter. And he's fought Jojo Diaz, he is a Golden Boy fighter. So Golden Boy has been willing to work with Devin Haney. George Kambosos is with Lou DiBella. Something totally different, right? And then the dinosaur, Bob Arum, he got a lot of power in boxing. So, you know, more so than Eddie Hearn, apparently. More so than Eddie Hearn or Devin Haney Promotions, apparently. He has a lot more power. So he can make shit happen. Can change minds, you know, so to speak, okay? But if Devin Haney really wants to land the big fights, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to say what those pro-PBC fans were saying. If Devin Haney really wanted to land the big fights from this point forward, if he want to take it to the next level, he's going to have to sign with Top Rank. He's going to have to partner up with Top Rank. If he wants to get those kind of next level, what is it called? Legacy defining fights. Because all roads are not only leaning to Kambosos, but once this fight is finalized with Lomachenko and Kambosos, and I'm putting my money on Vasily Lomachenko to beat Kambosos. Say no hate, no shade. That's just how I feel about it. My opinion, right? All roads gonna lead to Lomachenko if he wins. Lomachenko's with Top Rank. At that point, what good can Eddie Hearn do for you? Same shit they said about Crawford, right? Now, let's continue. This is the same. If Devin Haney really wants to get the big fights, he's going to have to sign with Top Rank. So that's what the road's going to lead to. Lou DiBella is jumping in bed with Bob Arum. This would allow Lou DiBella to get back on the scene, and he can get back in good graces with ESPN and get back in good graces with some of these power brokers, and you know, and everything will be cool and dandy. Lou DiBella has his reason. He has his angle. George Kambosos has his angle. Lou DiBella and George Kambosos, their angle pretty much lines together because George Kambosos just want to get paid a whole lot of money. Lou wants not only money, but he wants to get back. He wants the power to be able to align himself with the right people. That's what I believe. Not gonna sit here and say sources say that's what it is. No, that's what I believe. Because my common sense is telling me, then what would make him want to make this move versus make that move? I don't know Lou DiBella. I haven't talked to him. But I don't need to talk to him to sit back and look at things from an analytical standpoint. And I'm very analytical when I look at things. I'm like, you know what? This is not as simple as skin color politics. No, it's not as simple as that. It's not. I'm saying for me it's not, right? You know what I mean? But this is the same argument that pro PBC ass kissers was making with Crawford. But when it comes to Devin Haney, the narrative all of a sudden changes. As Errol Spence once famously said, Terrence Crawford is on the wrong side of the street. That's what he said, right? That's what he said. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. That's what he once said. So now you can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways. If you want me to believe that the only reason why a black fighter by the name of Terrence Crawford can't get a fight with another black fighter who is signed to a black company by the name of Errol Spence for Undisputed, all because he's on the wrong side of the street with the wrong promotional company and all the other stuff there, even though now he's a free agent, you have to keep that same energy in this particular situation with Devin Haney and George Kambosos. Two guys, two different sides of the streets. Two different promoters. It is what it is. Don't try to switch it up on me now when it doesn't fit your narrative. Not going to let you do that. It can't be business politics for one guy and racism, white supremacy for the other guy, when it's literally the exact same thing. One guy trying to fight another guy for a legacy-defining fight to become undisputed. Another guy that's undefeated trying to fight another guy for a legacy-defining fight on this road to become undisputed. One guy, man, you need to sign and take 80-20, 70-30, 10, 90-10. You need to do whatever, yada, 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 cool, Uncle Tom sellout. That's one guy trying to get a fight, though, with this one, trying to get a fight with a guy. And the other guy, oh, man, they doing him wrong, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. They don't want to see him do that. They don't want to see another black man become great. Okay, but this guy's a black man, and he's trying to fight him. What's the difference with this? Oh, that's different. Oh, okay. I study you guys very well online. I really do. I know your narratives. When I come up with these titles of these shows come from you. This comes from the research that I see. All social media platforms, Facebook groups, Reddit groups, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and different boxing forums. So I know what's being said. Now, only time will tell if George Kambosos is a one-hit wonder or not, guys, who just got lucky and won the belts, landed the right fight. But the false narratives, in my opinion, needs to stop. We're going to keep that same energy with Devin Haney and George Kambosos. Let's talk about this. Oh, and I got receipts. One thing about me, boy, I don't be motherfucking bullshitting, boy. One thing about me, boy, I keep the guns cocked and loaded. I keep the guns cocked and loaded. Yes, I do. Because I know what's going to be said before it's even said, because I study. I do homework. I know you guys very well. Know you guys very well, pretty much. When I say you guys, I'm talking about the ones who pushes, I know them very well. Know them very well. Let me go ahead and do this. Let's do this. Let's see. We got Jaime Munguia said he want Charlo next. Okay, he's ready for Jamal Charlo. That's good, Jaime. Let's see. Is this the one? Is this the one right here? Yeah, no, that's it. I'm looking at my receipts right now, guys. Bear with me one moment. I'm looking at the receipts. I'm getting the receipts together. Getting the receipts together. That's okay. Getting the receipts together. I'm going to just show this one. I want to open up the phone lines and I want to talk about this. Oh, wait a minute. Damn, thank you so much. I'm so glad. Let me pull up. What's a better receipt than what I have right here, guys? Bear with me one moment. I'm coming to you right now. Coming to you right now. Give you my word. Coming to you right now. Okay, this brother right here. Yeah. Wow. Let's go, man. Shout out to my brother Smith and West, man. What's going on, fam? What you got to say? Ricky W, he said, Coach, have you seen the new WBC belt for Tyson Fury versus? Yeah, I saw that. The WBC created another belt. I think what they said is the community belt or communion belt, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. I saw that. Right. That's my perspective. You know me. I always have a different perspective than the narrative that's being pushed. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. You know, this is just a classic case, in my opinion. If this goes down with George Kambosos and Haney, this is a classic case of business as usual. See, I go by what and I'm gonna tell you who else I've done research on. The Haneys. I listen to the Haneys very closely when they do say things. And the Haneys are not saying what the they-sayers are saying. See, when Marvin Hagler was like, hey man, look, this is what the fuck going on, dog. This is why I can't get the fights that I'm trying to get. I don't have 40-some fights. I still can't get a championship bout. This is what the hell going on with me. When Ali, he said this. He said, you know, but with the Haneys, it ain't the narrative that's being pushed. It's not the narrative that's being pushed because they don't say that. That's not what they're saying. They're saying we got a good relationship with the WBC. They're saying we got a good relationship with Lou. I know what you're gonna say. Oh, well, they supposed to say that because they trying to do this, they trying to do that. Man, damn all of that. And in this era that we're in, with the Me Too, not the Me Too movement, in this era that we're in the social justice era, what's going on? If you feel like that, Haney's or whatever the case may be, come out and say, look here, man, I think there's a white racist system that's trying to stop me and my son from becoming great, and this is what's going on. I don't want all that politically correct shit because your supporters, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Your supporters are saying that. You ain't even coming out riding for your supporters. Want to pull these niggas out the closet today, right? I got something for you. Let's see. Let's continue. Let's continue. I want to see what we say. Irish Boxing Bro, he said sources say White hasn't signed the contract yet. Yeah, he probably haven't. I don't know. We'll find out. The contract's going to be signed by tomorrow, right? We'll see. Oh, shout out to my main man, Shelton. What's going on, man? What's going on? Let's go over. Shout out to Hector Garcia for dropping that $3 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime is over, boy.
He said 160 is my weight division. If they win in the fight. Oh man, that's funny. He said the boxing store in 206. He said Terrence Crawford is a modern day Black Murderers Row. These guys don't even know what the Murderers Row is, but the Queen Isabel, she said, my question is, why aren't these networks platforms are willing to do what's best for boxing? You know what, Lisa? The only thing I can guess is these networks and platforms don't give a fuck about what's best for boxing. They're gonna do what's best for them. They give two fucks about boxing like that. Yep. What you say? Oh man. Let's see. Shout out to Mark Nash in the building. I gave you a shout out already, my brother. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I seen that. The WBC new belt. What's going on? Boxing fan, what you say, fam? He said Bill is closely aligned to the LDBC. Yes, sir, he is. That's true. That's true. So we know where the narratives come from. It's coming directly from Bill. And I already know this, so I already know what time it is. Coach, this era is called New Boxing Syndrome. Shout out to Slim Reaper. He says, Coach, I was watching some other video today that said the WBC and Mauricio Sulaiman gave Haney a pacifier to keep him quiet, and he fell for it. Yeah. Let's go to one of my favorite spots, Twitter. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button, man. Hit the like button. We got less than 100 likes. Let's go to one of my favorite spots, Twitter. Oh, goddamn Twitter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You social justice warriors in the sport of boxing. Got something for your ass. Oh, yeah, Michael Benson said, oh, yes. It's a whole lot of shit. Oh, it's a whole lot of mo. No. Let's see. According to this guy again, Mr. Mike Cappinger. This guy. This guy right here. Let me go down because I want to make sure I have the receipt. Want to make sure you have the receipt. There we go. Mr. Mike. Money Mike, what's going on with you, boy? Let's go here, though. I want you guys to hear something. Now, some of you guys, I know some of you guys are diehard Arki TV fans. I know some of you guys are. I know some of you guys, you love Arki TV and you love everything that he represents and stands for. And every time he drop a video, you break your neck to see it because you get the truth and wisdom from him. So, Jay Styles, he said, you are watching another channel. That was your first mistake. This brother here he says, Coach, Slim Reaper, Coach, did you hear about Sky Sports giving a 5-fight deal to some 35-year-old reality star in the UK? And he got no experience. This is where our sport is going. It sickens to the pit of my stomach. It sickens me to the pit of my stomach. Well, I guess that's their version of I guess whoever this guy they signed to a 5-fight deal, that's I guess he's their Jake Paul version, the American version of Jake Paul. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Bruce Gold says, I'll take Loma. Who fights their first defense against him? Winner fights Devin in a perfect world. Either way, Kambo is the underdog. Who cares which fight is first? Well, some people do care. Everybody doesn't feel the way you feel, Bruce. If some people feel like, hey, man, they want to see Devin Haney fight Kambosos next because that fight would determine who is the undisputed lightweight champion. You don't feel that way. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no wrong or right answer to this. It's subjective to the individual. Let's see. PBC fanboy Dan Raphael reported that. Do you believe anything that Dan says? Okay. All right. Let's see. This brother here says, Irish Boxing Bro. He said, I prefer Loma to get the fight as he's one of my favorite fighters, but I haven't seen anywhere with receipts that Kambosos actually signed his side. Until then, Devin is still in there, right? Man, we haven't seen anything. All we heard is sources say from Mike Coppinger. That's what we heard. Sources say from that guy. We heard sources say Kambosos was going to fight Ryan Garcia. We heard sources say that Kambosos was going to fight him and Devin Haney. And we heard sources say that Lomachenko and Devin Haney and Kambosos was pretty much Signed, sealed, and delivered, but Kambosos hadn't signed his end of the contract yet. But Lomachenko has. From the same guy, Mike Coppinger. Shout out to Donald Banks for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, play Charlo 160 is my weight division. Okay, y'all you want to hear old Jamal Charlo, huh? Let's see, where you at? Well, Jamal, where you at, brother?
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
Yeah. Oh, I got something to say. I got a whole lot. This is going to be a damn good show today. He said, Coach, how about we get Crawford versus Charlo since Castagna was out? Well, Crawford has to move up to 154, which more than likely that's what he's going to do. And as a matter of fact, I do have an interview that he did today with Michelle Phelps as well. Have that right here. And there we go. He talked about that. And he's getting a lot of love, and he's getting a lot of love in the UK over there. He's getting a lot of love over there, which is, he's getting a lot of love over there. Let me see. Let's see. Here you go. I'm gonna leave that right there. We're gonna let y'all see that. Let's see. 160 is my. He said, Sheldon, what you say, fam? He said, Coach Williams. Dan Raphael reported that the PBC offered Alvarez. Yes, I already know. I have it right here. I'm already looking at it. And let me go show you guys some of these damn receipts. First, Exhibit A, right? Exhibit A. Exhibit A. When I say I know these guys very well. Shout out to Electro Jed in the building. Let's blow this up. So I want you guys to see it. Hold on. What the hell? What in the easy? Oh. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on. I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. My bad, dog. I'm tripping over here. Let me blow this up. The hell I'm doing. Blow this up to 200. Blow it to 250. So right here, this is today's show. Is Devin Haney on the wrong side of the street? We heard this before. What does wrong side of the street mean? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. Wrong side of the street, according to what I've learned from certain channels who was pushing this narrative, wrong side of, no. Matter of fact, not only did I learn it from the channels, but I learned it from a particular fighter. As a matter of fact, this is the fighter that I learned it from. Hold on, no. This is the fighter that I learned. Which one it is? Is this it right here? Hold on. No, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on. Let me see which one it is. You know what? I thought I had it over here. I must have moved it. Sorry about that, guys. I had it up. I had that soundbite up. The Aerospin soundbite. But I learned it from him. And the first guy I heard said in the modern era was Timothy Bradley. But let's go. I said, is Devin Haney on the wrong side of the street? What do you think? Wrong side of the street means that one company may have all of the fighters that you want to fight. And this one fighter that may be a good fighter or a champion or whatever the case may be, he's signed to a different promoter. And that fighter says, hey, the only way this fight can happen, that guy that's signed to a different promoter, he needs to come over here and sign with us. And he starts a cult-like following, and the cult-like following calls the other guy a coon, Uncle Tom, sellout, yada, yada, yada. He's stupid. He never should have signed back with the right racist right man, while realizing that he did make the most money he's ever made. But, he should have did that, and then he's on the wrong side of the street, and this is why this fight can happen. As soon as he leaves this guy, the fight can happen. He becomes a free agent. He's not with that guy anymore, and the fight still is not happening. As a matter of fact, the PBC doubled down and said, hey, it don't matter what's going on. We ain't got no money for that fight, and ain't nobody going to buy that fight anyways. This is what Tim Scott said, right? Tim Smith, sorry about that. So wrong side of the street means when you are affiliated with the wrong promotional company that doesn't fit the narrative. Oh, finna break their ass off today, boy. Shout out to Ricky Tiki Tabby for dropping that half for bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Can Haney make himself the mandatory for the IBF? I have no idea, brother. I have no idea. Shout out to George Woods. Dropping that half for bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Coach Dub, he says, which fight would generate the most money for the fighters? Haney versus Kambosos or Loma versus Kambosos? Sir, I have no idea. I have no way of knowing that. I have no idea, my brother. For me to tell you which one to make the most money, I'll be lying. Because there's a lot of things that I would have to factor into me coming to a conclusion that Kambosos fighting Haney versus fighting Loma would make him more money. That's not my field of expertise, and I have no way of knowing that because I don't have access to the inside information that those guys, promoters, and companies have. I have no way of knowing that. Shout out to Boxing Logic United for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Yeah.
Playtime's over, boy.
Boxing Logic United said we learned this from Bob Arum when he told the Haneys he signed with the wrong promoter. Remember that? Yes, I remember that. And there's another fighter that was told that he signed with the wrong promoter. Terrence Crawford was told by PBC fans, fanboys alike, and fighters. Only difference is Bob Arum is white and the PBC well, I ain't gonna say can't say Al Haymon because Al Haymon didn't say the word, but the PBC fanboys were black. I remember it very well. That's where I'm going at with this. Remember it very well. Shout out to Mr. Nice for dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Bob and Loma are going to steal your mic. What the lick read? Let's continue. Got quite a few receipts today. It says, is Devin Haney on the wrong side of the street? What do you think? Let's continue. All right. Let's see. This brother right here, Jason Meade, said he made the best move financially, signing with a new app, got paid very well. So he's talking about Devin Haney. And now it's catching up to him. It's not even a side of the street thing. Nobody's going to pay him what he's been making fighting on the zone. Let's stop right there. He made the best move financially, signing with a new app. Terrence Crawford made the best move financially, re-signing with Top Rank because they paid him more guaranteed money than any welterweight in the division. I'm switching it. I'm showing you something. I'm showing you it's the exact same shit, exact same situation, but because it's dealing with two different promotional companies, the narrative changes. The narrative changes. Depending on what your skin color is, the narrative changes. Same shit, different toilet. Narrative changes. I'm trying to show you something, right? He made the best move financially by re-signing with a new app called The Zone. And he got paid very well. And now catching up to him. It's not even a side of the street thing. Nobody's going to pay him what he's been making fighting on The Zone. What did Tim Smith, the VP of operations, said for PBC? He said, listen, man, we don't want to make an offer to Terrence Crawford and sold a guy like that. He's been making a whole lot of money with Top Rank. And we just don't have the money to pay him what he's accustomed to making. This guy's saying the exact same shit. But because it's the white company with the black face, these same narrative pushers, they just forgot all about that. Let's continue. What does this have to do with the subject matter? Everything. I'm fixing to prove a point. You know me. I'll go all around the world just to come back to the point. Shout out to Mustafa Malik for dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said off topic. Did you see the Kambrook press? It was funny. Yeah, I saw the press conference. I saw the Kambrook press conference. Pretty good. We'll talk about that too. We'll talk about it. So this brother is saying that nobody's going to pay him the kind of money he wants, right? Let's continue. What did I say something? I said you make a valid point, fam. He in the same boat as Andrade. They say Andrade the same thing. Andrade was on the wrong side of the street. He got with The Zone. He should have got with the PBC if he wanted to get a fight with Jamal Charlo. Depending on who the fighter is, the narrative changes. I'm trying to show you guys something. It's the exact same situation going on with different fighters, with different companies, but depending on who these fanboys align themselves with, they change the narrative. Shout out to Mr. Nice for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said they don't keep that same energy for Bud when it gets done like this, but because Haney, it's a crime and horrible. Nah, keep it 100. Yeah, because with Haney, because we see the way those guys operate, they dick ride for interviews. So anytime you have like a Bill Haney that's willing to come on their platform and talk to them, it's simple as that. You know, if you're a fighter that's willing to come on their platform, they're going to love you. They're going to ride for you. If you do not come on their platform, you're cool Uncle Tom sell out and they'll attack you and say all kind of shit. That's all it is. Tribalistic by nature. That's all it is. I call out the double standards and the hypocrisies. That's what I do. That's what I do. So let's continue. If they like you, the narrative changes. If they don't like you, the narrative changes. You know, if they like you, the narrative is for you. If they don't like you, the narrative is against you. Interchangeable, right? This dude here say, nah, because he should have took the risk of fighting Loma for the WBC belt instead of being handed it through email. All right, this guy, he feel like that Devin Haney didn't try to fight and he got handed it via email. Okay, I'm not even going to relitigate that. This guy says, what do Arum and DeBella have in common? Answer that question and you will know why Haney didn't get the fight. Now, guess what? I'm so smart with my GED education that I knew exactly what this guy was going at. And I know 9 times out of 10, this guy probably listens to 7A Sports TV. He probably listens to Boxing Ego, Fanon, Blue Blood Sports TV, Trill, BFTV, Aki TV, Dante's Race Baiting Nation. He probably listens to all of those channels. And I know where he was getting at. But let me show you how smart I am with my GED. My reply was, he said, what do Arum DeBella and have in common? Answer that question, and you will know why Haney didn't get the fight. My reply was, they were both American. They're both American promoters. I said, they're both American promoters. Oh, my slick ass. I said, they both American promoters. That's what they have in common, right? That's what they have in common. Hey, that's what they have in common. Shout out to Joe.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that 449. Bam, pound on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, you're not considering the fact that Haney isn't asking anyone to pay him. He's sending offers and saying he's willing to accept whatever he's offered. The brother said, I'm not considering the fact that Haney isn't asking anyone to pay him. Sir, Haney does not put money up for his fights. I don't know if you noticed that. Haney does not pay fighters. It's a reason why Bill Haney and them, they linked up with who? Eddie Hearn. They linked up with DAZN. If Haney and them was doing all of that, you know, they wouldn't have to link up with no Eddie Hearn or DAZN. They would say, hey, listen, man, I got $10 million, $5 million. I want to pay you this and that. Yada, yada, yada. This is what it is. I have receipts on this shit. But it is what it is. I hear what you're saying, sir. I hear what you're saying. This guy right here, this guy. Why you hate all black channels? This is the shit that I'm talking about. Someone please tell me, what did I say that was hateful? Did anyone hear me say any hate towards any black channel? Anyone? Sir, the phone lines will be open. I would love to hear from you. Talk. The phone lines will be open. Let me see, how many likes do we have? We need 200 likes in order for me to open up the phone lines. We need 200. We need 80 more likes. No, we need 90 more likes. Open up the phone lines. Let's continue. The brother said, why do I hate black channels? How in the hell did you get that from what you see? These guys hear shit and they only hear what they want to hear. No matter how common sense you break shit down, they don't, because they're stuck in that victim mentality, that I am oppressed mentality, that anytime someone who's black, and I am a black American, contrary to popular belief, but you know, I'm not, and they feel that I'm not staying on code or saying what they want me to say. They come with this shit. No problem. Just stay here long enough. Just stay here long enough. This guy says it's every day with you, but yet you are here. If you feel, talk, and my phone lines will be open in a minute. If you feel, sir, that I hate black channels every day, guess what? It's two things you can do. You can stop listening to me and unsubscribe, or you can call in and explain to me how I hate other black channels. If you're not willing to do that, shut the fuck up. Let's continue. Now, we need 200 likes for me to open up the phone lines. I don't run from no smoke, from no nigga, no channel. I don't care how big your crew is. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't run from no smoke. I'm here every damn day. Now let's continue. That you won't get no more shine from me today. Now, I said they're both American promoters. This brother here reply was, what would this brother reply? Let me see what he said. What he said. What my good brother said. What did he say? What did he say? What was the brother reply? Hold on, you know. Let's see. What did he say, man? What did the brother say? Let me see. The brother said something of the sort that damn, I can't find what he said. Damn, what that brother said. The brother said something of the sort, and I don't know why I can't find it. He said something of the sort where if that's going to be my final answer, then I don't know something about boxing or whatever the case may be. He was insinuating that, for those who may not be catching on, he was insinuating that because Bob Arum and Lou DiBella is white, that this is the reason why Devin Haney didn't get the fight. And racism played a part. I'm assuming that's what he went at. So my question is this: even if I was to believe that, tell me why a black fighter by the name of Terrence Crawford can't get a fight with another black fighter by the name of Errol Spence, and he's signed to a black promoter. If it's as simple as he's black, he can't get a fight with the white guy because racism doesn't want to see a black guy undefeated beat another white guy and win the belt. If that's the case, then explain to me how is it Crawford trying to do the exact same thing, but the narrative changes. That rule doesn't apply. Two fighters trying to fight two other fighters. Explain it to me. Phone lines will be open. I'm confused. I am confused. You know, I am confused. Let's see. What else did this guy say? Let me see, can I find this guy? You know, everybody's all over the place with this. Now, this brother right here, Detroit native, you know, this Detroit native, he says, don't ever tell me politics don't play a major part in boxing, because you got people asking questions like this. It's ridiculous. Politics stop a lot of good fights from happening. Who cares if Devin on the wrong side of the street? He's making more money than everybody in his weight class. They just playing keep away from the black undefeated fighter. It's as simple as that. That's what he said. And that's how he feels about it. So if I was to apply that exact same logic, he's right about the politics in the sport of boxing. But where his politics gets mixed up at, he says the politics comes from something that's been going on historically. And he said that the politics is the reason why Devin Haney is not getting this fight, because they want to play keep away from a black undefeated fighter. Does that rule apply to Terrence Crawford? Asking a question. Does it apply to him? Black undefeated fighter? Playing keep away? Not trying to make sure, you know, trying to play and keep away from a black undefeated fighter? Does that rule apply to him? Just asking. Just asking. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. Just asking. Let's move on. Now, Let's see. Phone lines will be open. Fanboys, please feel free to call. Talk, please. The guy named Talk in the chat. Please call in, sir. Please call in. You or anybody, please call it. Please call it. Sonny Chiba, what you say? You say, nah, coach. Ugas is as big as Loma. Let weirdos tell it. I don't know. Lisa Bell says, she say they just don't want Dev to fight for undisputed. I can go for that. Listen, Lisa, listen. I don't know. I'll be sitting here lying if I'm saying that I know what Bob Arum is thinking. Well, Bob Arum really got to, deal with this. It's Lou DiBella. I know what Lou DiBella is thinking. I don't know Lou. I don't know him at all. I know these promoters, they lie a lot. They do whatever. I know fighters, they lie. They do whatever. Right? People like me and you, Lisa, we just want to see the fights. Now, the reason why Lomachenko is this guy that may end up landing the fight, I'm hearing different things. I'm hearing shit. Lomachenko say he'll take a lot less money than what Devin Haney would want. Sources say. I have no proof of none of this shit. But sources say, as a matter of fact, let's go over it. Let's go over here. Where's Mike? Where's Mike Carpenter? Let's see, Mike Carpenter. Let's see. Here goes Money Mike right here, Mike Carpenter. Because you know me, these sources say ass niggas. Sources say ass niggas. Sources say, Mike Carpenter, Mr. Sources say himself. That's a corporate media talking point that YouTube channels have taken and ran with. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me see. Can I find that source that Mike Carpenter sources say? He's been Twitter fingers. He's been putting out a whole lot of tweets. Where is that at? Mike, where are you at, brother? I got Mike Carpenter right here. Let's see. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have it right here. I want to make sure I have it in writing, though. I want to show it to you in writing. Let's see. He just recently said this too, that Lomachenko was willing to take half of the money that Devin Haney wanted. He said he was willing to take like $1.5 million or something like that. He agreed to everything. This is what Mike Carpenter is saying. Again, I have no proof of none of this shit. Right? I'm just letting you know. Let's see. Let's continue. Hold on, is this it right here? Let's see. All right, so this guy right here, basically, I don't know, Chris Mannix. Chris Mannix is basically saying, so I'm gonna get you guys to skinny. Apparently, Lomachenko said that he would take $1.5 million, a lot less money. He'll fly to Australia, and his manager said that we're willing to set up shop over there and have our camp over there and just do fight camp in Australia to guarantee to ensure Kambosos that, hey, we serious about this fight. We're going to move over there and just fight over there and not leave and make sure, and we'll take a lot less money than what Devin Haney wants. This is what they say. So according to Chris Mannix, he said Lomachenko's message to Top Rank has been clear. Get me the Kambosos fight. Whatever financial sacrifices Lomachenko has to make for a shot at becoming a 4-belt champion, he's willing to make. This guy said Lomachenko should be willing to sacrifice. He's been beaten twice already. And so popularity. Haney is the real champion, holding the real championship belt. Yeah, he does have the real WBC belt. That is true. He doesn't need or have to lowball himself to make this fight happen. Not to mention, we get undisputed champ with Haney. Now, but this is the only thing that this guy, Hotep Unscripted, one of these Hotep niggas, Hotep Unscripted, what he failed to realize is he's looking at it from a personal standpoint. He doesn't understand that, hey, man, listen, man, this guy Lomachenko is basically saying, hey, whether I need to make personal sacrifices or not, financial sacrifices or not, I'm willing to do whatever I have to do in order to show Kambosos that I really want this fight. That's pretty much what he's saying, and Hotep Unscripted don't understand that. He doesn't understand that. To him, it's probably something else. To him, it's probably something else. Let's see. Shout out to Mustafa Malik. Shout out to Mustafa Malik for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say strong chance the guy in the chat talk might duck you since you black and undefeated. Shout out to Boxing Logic United for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What you say, man? He say truth is they're playing keep away from the zone. Bob taught the business practice to Floyd. Why make another company rich? Yeah. What I respect about Floyd is Floyd just told the truth about it. Hell, even what I respect about Bob told the truth. Hey, kid, you signed to the wrong promotion company. Should have signed with Top Rank. Same shit they saying about Crawford. You signed to the wrong promotion company. You should have signed with the PBC. Same shit, right? Same shit. This is what's going on. Shout out to Rich Mendez for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said black podcasters say Euros are the weak link. Yeah, this is that guy right there. I know you're talking about the other dude, the Southpaw guy. He said, but they own the titles. Why? Loma wants the belt. So he got on his knees. He got it. Well, I don't want to say he went and got on his knees, but I get what you're trying to say, Rich. I get what you're trying to say. James Lee, what you say, fam? He say, as fans, we need to stop talking as if they have actual facts. There are so many backdoor politics. Facts. There are a lot of politics that we don't even know. If y'all don't think NBF exists when it comes to certain PM, y'all just blind. The only problem I have with the NBF, James Lee, explain to me how is NBF stopping Terrence Crawford from fighting another black fighter with Errol Spence? He's a free agent, and Errol Spence fights for another black company. Explain that to me, sir. Explain to me, how does NBF play a role in Floyd Mayweather saying that we will not allow Tank Davis to fight Devin Haney? We will not allow Tank Davis to fight any fighter that's not with the PBC or Mayweather Promotions. Where does the NBF role play in that? Like, how do you determine when is the NBF rule being applied and not applied? Explain that to me. I mean, somebody please break this down to me. I'm having difficulties understanding this. So we need 51 more likes in order to open up the phone lines. I really want to hear from you. James Lee, I want to hear from you. Talk, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from everybody. Please call it. Shout out to Jamie Nieto for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Bill was saying a week ago the fight didn't have to happen in Australia. Soon as Loma was willing to fight there, now Bill saying Australia isn't a problem. And all kind of shit. In my opinion, says that I'm not going to let Bud fight Errol unless Bud signs with the PBC. One fight. Guess what? Isn't that the NBF? Is that the NBF rule being applied, or is it racism, white supremacy, or what is it? Let me know. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Lions Truth says Spence already told Bud he's fighting him after he gets the belts on his side. There we go. Bud has to wait. Simple as that. There we go. You see how the narrative changes when it fits? You see how it changes when it fits the narrative? See how it changes? 5 years we've been waiting on this fight. That shit ain't happened yet. 5 years. But you see how the narrative changes? Let's say this was, but now when it's George Kambosos and Devin Haney, the whole narrative changes. NBF rule, racism, white supremacy. Okay. All right. Yeah, it changes. I'm calling out the double standards in the hypocrisies. Calling out the double standards and the hypocrisies. I want to hear from these guys. Phone lines will be open. I want to hear from these guys. Please explain this shit to me. Make it make sense to me. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. Make it make sense to me. So he say, Bud has no choice but to wait. Okay, let's stop right there. That's what you say, right? Apparently, Bud doesn't think so. Well, let me see. Can I find this? Where is the video? Oh, here it goes right here. Here it goes right here. Here it goes right here.
Gotta ask you.
All right, so let's go. So, well, you guys and your narratives. He says, I did my part, Terrence Crawford on Spence, once winner of Charlo and Castano, Amir Khan versus Blue. So apparently Terrence Crawford is helping Amir Khan. He was in training camp with Bomac. He's in London right now, and he was interviewed by Michelle Phelps, and he's helping Amir Khan, get ready to fight Kell Brook. I don't know who's going to win that fight, but I give my prediction tomorrow. Tomorrow I give my prediction. Crawford has no choice but to wait. Huh? Let's see how does Crawford feel about that?
Terrence, now that you are,
and he's a black guy, black man. He black now. Our brother, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. I know you very well. I know you niggas very fucking well.
Independent. You don't have a promoter at the moment. Do you plan to take the Canelo route, which is sort of doing fight by fight basis with networks and different promoters, or do you want to, attach yourself with one specific promoter?
I don't know. Whatever makes sense for Terrence Crawford's career.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Mm-hmm. But right now, I'm still, exploring my options.
Okay. A lot of people were a bit disappointed when we heard that Errol Spence was going to be facing Ugas. Granted,
I do not own the rights to this material. Shout out to Behind the Gloves, Michelle Phelps. This is for educational purposes only. Shout out to Jamie Nieto for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Smith's going to avoid the Bud question in the post-fight. Fight key. If that happens, Bud should vacate and move to 154. Can't keep waiting on him. I'm gonna let you hear this. I'm not gonna say anything about that. I'm gonna let you hear this.
it's a unification fight, so of course it's always great, but a lot of people still want to see you two. Now there really isn't anything holding you guys back, right? So what was your overall opinion, first of all, of it being made? And secondly, you had been independent, so the fight could potentially have been made, no?
So let's stop right there. She's basically saying that now that you're independent, that fight should be easy to be made. That's the overall consensus. Since we've been hearing for years, wrong side of the street, wrong promoter, big fish, you got to sign him to PBC. Bob Arum the problem? Okay, Bob Arum is not the problem. He's a free agent. He's not with a promoter anymore, not on the wrong side of the street. He's a free agent. And the narrative changes again. Let's continue. So this is what she was talking about.
It was already done before it really got out.
Okay.
So we already knew about that fight before, the media and everybody knew about it. So, it wasn't a surprise to us. We already knew what was going on.
So basically he's saying that the Errol Spence versus the Ugas fight was already made before it got known to the public. And he's saying that we already knew that fight was going down. See, by the time the public hears it, this shit has already been done already. See, we think that when we hear something that, hey, it just happened. No, sometimes shit is already done. So, we just found this is what Crawford is saying.
Who do you think wins that fight?
I think it's going to be a great fight. I think a lot of people are not giving Ugas, the credit that he rightfully deserves.
Uh-huh.
And, they're going to be surprised. I still edge, Spence, in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Ugas, pulled an upset.
How important is it for you in terms of your career, your legacy, to ensure that the fight between you and Errol Spence does happen?
Well, like I said, I want that fight. If it happens, it happens. I've been calling for it for years now. If it don't, it don't.
So you're okay if it never happens? Because us fight fans aren't okay with that.
Well, the fight fans got to be the ones that push for it.
Okay.
You know, you got to be the ones
be loud.
that demand it. You know, I did my part. You know, I've done my part since being professional by going through everybody that they put in front of me. You know, I can't see what I can do different or anymore. You know, if I can't get the Spence Ugas winner, you know, I would love to get the Jamel and Castaño winner.
Okay.
You know, that would
You know
be,
that just got postponed.
yeah, I seen
Yeah,
it.
okay.
But in all, you know, I can have a
Overall,
fight
yeah.
and then, you know, be undisputed at 154.
Right. Because Bomac did say that, and he was thinking.
So let's stop right there. So to answer your question, brother, that is the move that he's thinking about doing. Just go ahead, leave this Spence shit alone. I told you guys, this Crawford Spence shit is not going to happen. There's no racism, white supremacy here. It's a black promoter. Black men refusing to want to allow another black man to fight another black man. Devin Haney and George Kambosos, his followers, his fans believe that the white man is stopping them from letting the undefeated black man fight Kambosos to see can he become undisputed. Same shit. One fighter, his fans believe that there's a conspiracy. The NBF rule is reason why they don't want to see Devin Haney fight and become undisputed. And guess what? You might have a point with that. I'm not saying that you're wrong, that, you know, the powers that be, whatever ambiguous terms that you guys like to use, I'm not saying that you're wrong, that that's what's going on and you feel that way. But you're going to have to explain to me, how can you say that in one breath that they're trying to stop a black man from becoming undisputed when you have another breath, another black man is trying to fight to become undisputed with another black fighter that's with a black company, and they are blocking the fight doing the exact same thing that you say Bob Arum and Lou DiBella is doing to David Haney. Make it make sense to me, please. Make it make sense to me. No, it's never going to come to fruition. Believe me. But that shit been 5 years. We've been talking about this for 5 years. Crawford has been in welterweight since 2017 when he moved up. Same shit. So I said last year, I said, you know what, man? What he need to do, stop. As a matter of fact, let me show y'all something. Nigga, I'm like Nostradamus on this shit. I ain't. Like for real though. I mean, let me show y'all this shit. I'm not lying. I'm gonna show y'all something. I've been on it, homie. I've been on it. Let me show you something. Shit. Let me show you something. Shit. I've been on it. I've been on it, homie. I'm gonna show you right now. Where is that? Let me see. No, hold on. I've been on. I've been on this. Hold on. You know what? Hold on. I said it right here. Show y'all something. Ta-da! 2 months ago. 2 months ago. Here go the receipt right here. Here it go right here. Here it go right here. Here it goes right here. 2 months ago. I don't know who was here. Remember this? I dropped this video December the 16th. I say, Terrence Crawford, please stop chasing Errol Spence. The boy don't want to fight you. Move on. And then this show that we did, I broke down all of the events that led up to why this fight hasn't happened yet. I broke down everything from 2007, showed receipts of everything that was said by that side of the street. And my advice to Crawford at that time was, listen, man, move the fuck on. The boy don't want to stop chasing this dude. Maybe he's come to that conclusion. I don't know. That's the video right there. December the 16th, 2021. Terrence Crawford, please stop chasing Errol Spence. The boy don't want to fight you. That's what I said. Let's continue. Let's move on. Now, hold on. Do we have enough likes? Because I want to open up these phone lines for anyone who feels some type of way about what I'm saying. We need 28 more likes. I want to open up the phone lines. Please don't be shy, because I open up these phone lines every day, and my detractors, people who feel I'm a coon, Uncle Tom sellout, people who feel like that I'm always attacking black channels, they never call in with that same energy. I need that energy. I promise you, I'm going to body you. Please call in when the phone lines are open. No, y'all know your playbook very well. Now, as of late to Devin Haney, sir, Devin Haney, politics is being played with Devin Haney. This is a legacy-defining fight for Devin Haney. But if a fighter, and I get what you're saying, legacy standpoint, meaning that, hey, listen, if Kambosos wants to become undisputed, Devin Haney is the way to go. In the history books. That's how we looking at it, the fans and all that stuff there. Lou DiBella is on the outside looking in, been on the outside looking in for a while. Lou DiBella probably see an opportunity. You know what, man? I got an opportunity to get back in the good graces of Bob Arum and all these other people. Vasily Lomachenko, allegedly, is willing to fight for half of the money that Devin Haney is willing to fight Kambosos for. I don't know what's true and what's not true. I don't know what Dev said he'll do this. We don't know that shit because it's coming from Bill Haney and the Bill Haney supporting YouTube channels. It's coming from him. He could be lying or telling the truth. And there's always some shit that he's not telling you. And so what he's saying could be true, it could not be true. Could be a half true. It could be stuff that he's omitting. Lou DiBella could be the same thing. My point is this here. This is business and politics as usual. Because if you're telling me that there's a conspiracy against Dev, you're going to have to admit that there's a conspiracy against Terrence Crawford as well. But I know you don't want to do that because it doesn't fit the narrative. I get it. I get it. I understand. Trust me. I get it. Let's see. Let's see what they talk about in the chat. Lou Moon, what you say, fam? He say, my feeling on why promoters don't give Haney the fights. They are like you want to be your own promoter. F you, you're on your own, buddy. Yeah. That's my thing is, you can't tell me that one fighter, if he listen. What you can't tell me is if one promotional company has all of the fighters. This is fighter A. Fighter A wants to fight fighter B. Fighter B fights for a company that has, fighter B fights for a company that has all of the same fighters in his weight division on the same side of the promotional street. Fighter A is on the outside looking in. Fighter B has a whole lot of fanboys that says, nah, you can't get this fight with fighter B. And if you want to get this fight with fighter B, you got to come on the other side of the street and you got to sign with our promotional company in order to fight fighter B. They're not saying there's no NBF rule. They're not saying there's no racism or white supremacy. They're not saying discrimination. They're not saying none of that in the welterweight division. Now, in the lightweight division, fighter A wants to fight fighter B. Same situation, right? Fighter B is with a different promotional company. Fighter A is with a different promotional company. Fighter A wants to fight fighter B. Can he become undisputed? Fighter B said, yeah, I'll fight you. Just like in the other situation in the welterweight division, Fighter B said, yeah, I've told Fighter A, yeah, I'll fight you. Fight hasn't happened yet, right? No racism, white supremacy, none of that. Fighter A is a coon, Uncle Tom sell out. Okay, I get all that. I got you. Now, in the lightweight division, we have the exact same thing going on. Now, rumor has it that Fighter B has other options to fight a different fighter from Fighter A. Different promotional company, different promotional company. Fighter A is on the outside looking in. Fighter B has the belts and he has more leverage because of who he is affiliated with and associated with. Just like Fighter B in the welterweight division. It's the same shit. The only difference is Fighter A has fans that says they trying to keep the black man, they're trying to keep the white boy away from the black man, so because they know the black man, they're trying to keep him from becoming great in the lightweight division. But in the welterweight division, they're saying something totally different. But it's the same shit. One fighter wants to fight another fighter. The other fighter is on the other side of the street with a different company. It's the same goddamn shit. Yeah, he's not with Top Rank, but they might be going the Top Rank route. Let's see. He say Devin pick pocketing the zone. They thought they signed a budding star, fair challenge. All the top fighters. Instead, he cherry picked lame fighters. Okay. This guy says that he says Spence been ducking the whole time. That's why Spence fans trying to make shit up in order to justify the reason why the fight isn't happening. This shit ain't, this shit is bro, I point out the double standards and I point out the false narratives and the double standards. I told you guys, if you did not have a double standard, you would not have a standard at all. Look how they doing Dev. They doing Dev wrong. They doing Dev wrong. Do I want to see Devin Haney fight Kambosos? Yes, I do. I definitely want to see that fight. But am I going to start a civil war? Go online? Man, look how they doing us. We need to do this and do that. No, I'm not going to do that. You want to know why? Because Devin Haney's not doing it. Bill Haney's not doing it. Bill and Devin is fine. They good. They going on the tennis circuit doing their little interviews where the daddy is. And that's it. They fine. Devin is buying ice and stuff like he's doing living well. They're doing fine. I'm not gonna, get mad about some shit that they ain't getting mad about. Don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense to me at all. Right? The phone line, I want to get these phone lines open. We need 16 more likes to open up the phone. I want to open up these phone lines. I want Lion's Truth. I want to hear from you. Lion's Truth, I want to hear from you. You the first nigga that I want to hear from. Let's see what else we got. I want to hear from you. I definitely want to hear from you. Please do not be afraid to call. Let's go here. So, I know you guys love Aki TV. Aki TV. No, you guys love them. I know you love them. I know you love them. I know it's one of your favorite YouTube channels. I know it. I know. Don't worry. I'm going to let you hear. I want you to hear some things. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Is that it? No, that's not it. Is that it? No, I think this is it right here. Let's see. I want to refresh this so it'll show up on my phone. So I see what Aki is doing. He's saying that okay. This is to me, this is business as usual. This is business as usual. That's how I see it. I get it though. I really do get it. Let's continue.
Ready if someone pulls out offer this weekend, regardless of the cut. Offer this weekend, but not.
I do not own the rights to this material. This is for educational purposes only. And you see old Bill right here eating it up as usual. Let's go.
Devin is a champion in your division?
Yes.
Devin Haney has a WBC belt as well, world champion. Give him his respect. Once I beat Lopez, I want to end this undisputed stuff because I'm going to go fight Devin Haney straight away. That's who I'm most likely going to be targeting because everyone says they're scared of him. I'm not scared of anybody. So, you know, I want to close that straight away and say, look.
So IQTV is pretty much making this case. He's saying that, hey, man, he's showing the contradictions of George Kambosos. George Kambosos said that he will fight Devin Haney next, and everyone else is scared of Devin Haney, and that he will fight him next. And he's just, you know, just showing that, you know what I mean? Now, I will say this, IQTV does have an affiliation with Bill Haney, and so do a lot of those channels out there. They have an affiliation with Bill Haney, so their information that they put out will be slanted toward their biases because of the personal relationship that they have with Devin Haney's father. I must put that out there as a disclaimer. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh.
He's the undisputed champion, Kambosos.
What do you feel like with the WBC saying that you were the franchise champion? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I got the belt, the franchise belt.
Excuse me, undisputed. It's undisputed.
They can say whatever. You know what I mean? For me, it doesn't bother me. Undisputed, unified. For me right now, I'm the number one. I am the number one. I've earned it. And I'm looking forward to a good fight this weekend and making the best fights possible.
Do you feel like you got to go through Devin?
Nobody.
Do you feel like you got to go through Devin Haney to be undisputed? To truly become undisputed?
It's just another fight for me. Belts or no belts.
All right, so Kambosos is full of shit right there because the Blue Blood Sports TV did ask him a direct question. He said, do you feel that you need to go through Devin Haney in order to become undisputed? He paused a little bit. He said, belts or no belts? And yada, yada, yada. He didn't answer the question directly. That was a yes or no question, but let's continue.
Belts won't make me. So undisputed, unified, undisputed, no belts on the line. Street fight in the back. You know, I'm here to fight. I love to fight.
Before you beat T.O., you told Devin that T.O. won't fight, but yet you will fight him after you beat T.O. Do you stand by your words?
Devin?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, for sure. For sure. I love that fight.
All right, so IKD-TV, he's throwing the words right back at George Kambosos. You said that after this fight, you would fight Dev. Do you stand by your word? There you go. Let's continue. And guess what? I love the fact that they did that. Shout out to Jay Styles for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Let's see. He says, will anyone match my $5? That's none of these. He said that's none of these haters will call. Easy Dons, what you say? You say coach is ducking me. Now the phone line's gonna be open. Anybody want to call in can call in. I promise you. I don't duck no smoke. I promise you. I will be. His phone lines will be open, and I will listen to you.
Yes, the right things are.
And we believe you. Y'all the cat said it, but y'all, you know.
I fought.
Yeah.
Fought him, Selby, Lopez, all in their backyard. So it doesn't bother me. I'll fight anybody. I told Eddie, if someone pulls out, I'll fight. Regardless of the cut, I'll fight right now if they want to go. Just bring the check out.
Now you said that Devin had to, you're only looking for exciting fights. What if Dev gives a masterclass performance, just outboxes him and get the victory?
Yeah, to me, I'm a student of the game, so that to me, maybe it's not to you guys, but to me that's exciting. I see something that is a beautiful boxing display because I've had to showcase my beautiful boxing display many times.
Now, basically, what they're doing is this: Kambosos, this is what you said here on this day. Bill Haney back there smiling, cheesing. This is what you said this day. Now you're saying something totally different. Now you're doing something. Now we're hearing that you're going to fight Vasily Lomachenko, right? But I do think to give it the proper context, what they are omitting is the fact that if these rumors, allegations, sources say it's true, because none of this shit has been substantiated, confirmed, or verified. This shit is coming from Mike Cappinger. Take that into consideration. Who it's coming from? I don't want to hear no shit about, well, he got the inside scoop. He got the inside scoop. He works for, he's with the corporate media and all this stuff that he would know. Yeah. Corporate media lies all the time. Corporate media is the inventor of sources say. Sources say comes from corporate media. But I told you, if you hear sources say there might be some half-truths in it, it could be a lie, it could be a rumor, it could be, things have not been confirmed yet, but you just want to be first to get the story out there. We don't know. We have no idea. We won't know until we know, until it's officially done, right? Shout out to man for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What do you say, Jay Styles? He said, Jay Styles, at Jay Styles. Okay.
So yeah, that can be up there as well. I'm looking forward to the next couple weeks.
Why do you think Showtime, DAZN, ESPN, BoxRec, Wikipedia, the sanctioning bodies and boxing website don't recognize you as undisputed?
Like I said again, that doesn't bother me. I don't care.
So he said that doesn't bother him. The reason why the other boxing historians and other sanctioning bodies don't recognize you as undisputed, sir, because you're not undisputed. Let me open up the phone lines. I want the smoke. The guy named Talk, and there's another guy in there. Let me open this up because I'm gonna be a man of my word. I'm gonna listen. I ain't ducking. I'm gonna put this shit up right here. The phone lines is open. 530-494-9636. Let's continue. Hold on.
Say I'm not. I'm the number one.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, I got the belts. I got a beautiful WBC belt, and I got all the other belts too. And I got the Ring Magazine belt as well. So that's 5 belts that I carry with honor and pride. So
yeah, there's only 6 undisputed champs listed in the books historically. If the WBC said you have the super belt, why aren't you on that list?
Look, at the end of the day,
hey, I want to cut in and say something.
Come on in. This
I got
all
my
the
young
big money here. Big money here.
Here come Bill.
They know. Get out the way. Let them talk. Let bosses talk. Young bosses, man.
Dev, he said that he wants you to look exciting. He only wants exciting fights.
I think he's going to look very exciting. I think he's going to put on a beautiful performance. But he knows what he got to do. He's not going to.
With all due respect, why do you feel like I need to look exciting or whatever the case may be? Why not just make it happen for all the belts, no matter what?
Oh no, we're gonna do that. As long as
if it makes sense.
It makes sense.
No, of course.
And I know you already said you come to Charlotte. So that's beautiful because
I'll fight you on Jupiter if I got to.
Hey.
So Devin Haney is saying that he'll fight him on Jupiter. He'll do whatever. So this is what Devin Haney is saying. So where am I going at with this? When you try to push a narrative and you believe in that narrative, everything that you think, everything that you say, everything that you do in your actions, words, and deeds will always work towards, talk towards, walk towards that narrative. And you only see things through the eyes and lenses of the narrative that you believe or have been programmed to believe. But the problem with not using critical thinking and the problem with always trying to follow a narrative, that there are always situations like Crawford versus Spence and Spence versus Crawford, whatever the case may be, that you can show that shows a direct contrast to Haney and Kambosos that show, hey, this is the exact same shit. But because you chose sides or it doesn't fit the narrative, you say something totally different when it's the exact same shit. And you literally cannot see that it's the exact same shit because your biased eyes and ears and narrative pushing ways would not allow you to see that. You know, me just pointing it out, you don't hear that. You hear, oh man, you hate another black channel. Me pointing it out, you don't hear objectivity. You hear, oh man, you being a coon for the white man. That's what you hear. Even though I'm not saying that, I'm challenging the critical thinking part of your brain, but you so subjective, victimized, narrative driven that you can't see nothing else. Because that's how you've been programmed to believe. And this is the problem. This lies the problem. And this is what's going on. This is how I see it. This is what's going on. Phone lines open, 530-494-9636, 530-494-9636. Talk, Lion's Truth. Lion's Truth. Call in, sir. I would love to hear from you. He said there's no comparison. Nice try. Only thing, I would love to hear from you, sir. Do you have the horse nuts to call? 530-494-9636. Phone lines is open. Love to hear from you. Love to hear from you. Zoe Santos, he said, Coach shutting down everyone. No, the phone lines is open. As a matter of fact, let's do a he said, Coach, he said Spence is going to fight a champion. Kambosos is not fighting a champion in Louisville. Listen, that's not even the point. Yes, Spence is fighting a champion, but the fact remains the same. It's still the same shit from a standpoint of one fighter's with the one promotional company, another fighter's with another promotional company. It's the same shit. One fighter is following whatever script, the path that he wants to go down. It's the same shit. I get what you're saying. Listen, man, Kambosos got an opportunity to fight Devin Haney to become undisputed. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, bro. I'm not saying I don't want to see that fight. I want to see that fight. But you got to see the parallels in it. This shit ain't no social justice, racism fight whitey moment. No. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what's up, man? This is Brown from New York.
What'd you say, Brown from New York?
Brown from New York.
All right, Brown from New York. What the link read? What you want to talk about?
Great channel, man. I just want to make a point that they call Loma a duck for choosing a unification over his mandatory. But now that Haney is the unification, they want to call Cam a duck if he chooses to fight his mandatory over the unification. That's my call, man.
All right. Shout out to Brown from New York, man. I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you. And listen, and I'm gonna say something else too. There's a word to me listen, there's two words that's overly used and misused in boxing, especially in 2022. A lot of people say, okay, some people are saying that, hey, man, Kambosos is ducking Devin Haney. Okay. I don't think that people understand the definition of what ducking means. Ducking is when you refuse or avoid fighting a tough fighter, a hard fight, a difficult fight, and you choose to fight someone of lesser competition. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Let's say George Kambosos say, you know what? I don't want to fight Devin Haney. Instead, I want to fight I want to fight Shorty Big Nuts. I want to fight Isak Cruz. Well, some people may say Isak Cruz a monster. Okay, I ain't going to talk about Isak Cruz. I want to fight a fighter who no one's never heard of. I want to fight a fighter that's ranked number 35 or 40 in the top 50. You duck a challenging fight in order to fight someone of lesser opposition. I cannot see a George Kambosos not fighting Devin Haney, but choosing to fight Vasily Lomachenko, a duck. You're going to have to explain to me that you believe that Kambosos, so what you're telling me is Kambosos feels that Lomachenko is an easier fight in the ring than Devin Haney? And you might say, yeah, because Lomachenko got 2 losses. Okay, that's subjective to you. But I don't look at fighting. Listen, fighting Lomachenko ain't no duck for no goddamn. I'm saying for me, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Deuce Trey, he says, that's because when fanboys don't get what they want, they automatically call it a duck. Yeah, they don't know what duck means, though. They don't know what duck means. Duck means when you avoid fighting a tough fight in order to fight a non-competitive tough fight. I am of the opinion that if Kambosos fight Lomachenko, he gonna get his ass beat. That's just my opinion. If it was me, I'm just saying, if I'm worried about a competition standpoint, I would choose to fight Devin Haney more so than Lomachenko. That's how I feel about it. I give 2 fucks about what you race baiters got to say about it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York. What the link read? What you want to talk about?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing fine, brother. Talk to me.
Very good, very good. I just wanted to make another point about this Devin Haney and Lomachenko and all that confusion that Mauricio Sulaiman created. You know, I think that Lomachenko, when Mr. Sulaiman convinced him to drop the belt, that's when he dropped the ball, because that's when this whole shit started. You know, and that's it. It's just this undisputed thing, man. It needs to be, you know, it's not Haney's fault. I think it's Lomachenko that started the whole thing by just dropping the belt, and that's it, coach. That's no one mentions that, but that's what really happened. He just dropped the belt. You know, this French fries belt was created for whatever reason, and the whole thing is just everything's fucked up. That's it, coach.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Jamie Carter from New York. Salute to you, fam. Everything with the shit from when they created the French fries belt. This is true. When they created the French fries belt, and when Lomachenko dropped the belt, and when he got stripped of the belt, Devin Haney got elevated to the WBC champion. Now that's what happened, regardless of what anyone says. You know, Devin Haney got elevated because somehow, some way, the belt got removed from Lomachenko. Whether you agree he dropped it, whether you agree he got stripped from it. But the end result is Lomachenko received a belt via email called the French fries belt, because he didn't fight anyone to get that belt. Devin Haney got elevated to the WBC champion, the same belt that Lomachenko had. That's the truth. That's what happened. But what's going on right now today is something totally different. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Coach? This is Gustavo calling from Houston, Texas.
Gustavo calling from Houston, Texas. What the lick read, fam? What you want to talk about?
Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to touch on a couple things. Like that word ducking. I don't think a lot of people really understand like what you're saying. Like they're strategic in boxing. Like, for example, why don't I think Canelo jumped so quick to fight Jamal Charlo back then? Well, Oscar De La Hoya with Golden Boy Promotions doesn't really do a lot of business with PBC. So he was working with one side. He took the DAZN route, cleaned out the DAZN fighters. So now when he comes to PBC, he can come with a resume of fighters and accomplishments, and he can request more money than what he would if he was to originally go do business with PBC. So, a lot of people got to take this stuff into account. Like George Kambosos, is he going to possibly go to Top Rank, get more promotion, be seen around the world, believe in himself that he could beat Lomachenko, maybe take a 2-deal fight or a 1-deal fight? Now he's a big fighter. Now when he comes back to Devin Haney, he can ask and he can get more money, and now it's a bigger fight. I mean, and I'm not saying that he's not ducking. I'm just saying that a lot of people are quick to go in one direction and try to steer you in that direction instead of saying this is a possibility too. Because I mean, hell, Floyd did it, Pacquiao did it. A lot of fighters do it. A lot of fighters take the time to build up a fight. Don't just jump right into it.
Let me ask you a question. I don't mean to interrupt you. Let me ask you a question. How do you, everything you just said to me about strategically what Canelo did in order to put himself in a better position and stuff like that, sir, how do you know this?
No, and I'm not saying I don't know this. I'm saying from a perspective of, I enjoy boxing. I have a cousin that was in the 2008 Olympics, went to Sydney, Australia. His name is Rocky Juarez. He's from Houston, Texas. I'm just saying from a tighter standpoint of looking into the business, that a lot of people don't take these things into mind, that when Canelo possibly looked at Charlo and said, damn, that's a big-ass boy fighting at 160. I don't really feel myself at 154 or 60. Maybe I'll feel myself more at 168. The same way Floyd Mayweather made Canelo drop 2 pounds when he fought him. Yeah, that's 2 pounds. Instead of fighting at 154 pounds, he said, I'll fight you at 152 pounds.
So basically, I need you to summarize it. What does that have to do with this situation? As it relates to George Kambosos and Devin Haney, you have one group of people feel like that Devin Haney is a victim of the system, racism, white supremacy. The man does not want to see a black man come up and be and have a legacy defining fight. So you have those who believe that, and then you have those that believe, hey, no, this has nothing to do with racism and white supremacy. This is more likely to do with the promoter Lou DiBella. They're trying to get in a better situation where he can get back in with ESPN and get back in with Bob Arum, and they're trying to make the most money that they can make. And Lomachenko is on, allegedly, I don't know. I don't have any proof of this, guys. Lomachenko is willing to take less money, half of what Devin Haney was asking for. He's willing to go to Australia, and he's willing to stay there and train in Australia to show Kambosos that they want this fight. And so that plays no part in it. That has nothing to do with it. It strictly has something to do with racism and white supremacy. So that's you have those who believe that. And
to sum it all up, people, people got to stop being narrow-minded and stop being so. I'm just gonna go think what this guy is saying. Have your own. You think about something for yourself, and you think about what you believe in, and stop letting people steer you in a direction. That's all I got, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right, shout out, man. Shout out to Gustavo. Gustavo, salute to you, my brother, for calling. Shout out to Gustavo. As a matter of fact, I want to show you something. I want to show you guys something. I want to know, do you believe this had anything to do with why George Kambosos took the fight? Hold on. Not George Kambosos. If this is true, what hold on, guys, hold on. This is this guy. I want you guys to know something. This brother here, let me see something. This is what I'm going to play right now. This is shout out to the 3 knockdown rule by Mario Lopez and Steve Kim. They did a phenomenal interview with Vasily Lomachenko's manager. I want you guys to hear this.
I have a very good feeling the fight is going to happen between Lomachenko and Kambosos. We're talking right now.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. That's too low. You guys can't hear it. That's too low. You guys can't hear it. Let me do this. That's too low. You guys can't hear it. Here we go.
I have a very good feeling the fight is going to happen between Lomachenko and Kambosos. We're talking right now about 2-fight deal, including if Lomachenko wins, to do a rematch.
I want you guys to hear this. I don't know. Maybe you think this is some racism, white supremacy, or whatever. I don't know. I let you hear it from the sources, and you make your own decisions. My job here is not to convince you of anything. My job is to lay it out for you, and you make your own mind up. I don't push no narratives over here. I give 2 fucks about the narratives. I give 2 fucks about anybody who likes to push the narrative. My job is to lay it out here as objectively and unbiased as possible, and you take from it what you will. But let's continue.
Known caller.
All right, hold on. Got a call calling in. Let's see. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
James Lee. You know me, Coach. Call.
James Lee, son, brother, your phone is breaking up. We got to get a good reception so we can hear you. It's breaking up.
I say James Lee.
Yes, sir.
I call on a regular basis, Coach. You know, ain't no hiding from me.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, where you calling from again, my brother? I just want to make sure. B-More. James Lee from B-More. Talk to me. What you want to talk about, my brother?
Yes, sir. I'm calling because, like, I listen to all of y'all shows, right? I'm not biased to one show.
Yes, sir.
I love boxing. Period. Man, if we can't keep dancing around what we see going on, and then, like you said, we can't put it and depict it into a narrative that we want. The narrative is we can't put Terrence Crawford Spence in the same predicament as we put in Devin and Kambosos.
Why?
Devin has been
Why not?
because Devin is trying to fight for all of the belts. Bud Crawford has 1 belt, and Spence doesn't have all the rest of the belts. Spence is trying to get all the rest of the belts, so therefore he can have the leverage. Then that's where the business part comes into it.
Sir, hold on, James Lee. Doesn't Crawford, to your knowledge, doesn't Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, didn't both of them say that they want to become undisputed?
Absolutely.
Right. So the purpose that Crawford will want to fight Errol Spence is because he has 2 belts. He want to become undisputed. And according to what you're saying, what Spence is doing is he's trying to collect all the belts on his side of the street so that he can become undisputed. So that's what you're saying. So you're saying that situation is different because of Spence doesn't have all the belts. That's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that it's different. It's because Loma has no belt. Loma has no belt. So if Kambosos said that he's fighting for lineage, he's fighting to be one of the greatest boxers. Where does Loma fall into play? Because Loma is 17. How many 17 fights with 2 losses?
Right.
So where does the lineage and the legacy come in fighting Loma instead of fighting Devin Haney for the belt?
It's business.
Everybody keeps saying
It's
that
business.
Devin Haney is an email champion,
Right.
but he stood his place in line. He did his fight to become the #1 contender to fight Lomachenko, and Lomachenko decided to ask for a French fries belt. Let's be real, coach. Like we not gonna be on one side. Like I said, I watch all of y'all channels. I'm not biased to nobody's channel. I like listening to all of y'all channels because y'all do the work for me. I don't have to do no work.
Right.
But y'all do the work for me. But I'm not a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy of either site. I'm not a fanboy of no site. I'm a fanboy of boxing. I like to see good fights.
So let me ask you a question. And I want to summarize this. So you feel that if Kambosos fight, and I get what you're saying, you make a valid point. If Kambosos chooses to fight Lomachenko, you feel he's making that decision because of what? Go.
Because he feels that that's the easiest route for him to win.
So basically, you're saying he's ducking because the definition of a duck is you avoid fighting the tougher fight and choose to fight the a lesser, easier fight. Basically, what you're saying.
Absolutely, because Devin is high risk, low reward. See, Devin presents a challenge to that division. As long as the opponent doesn't have power, Devin creates a very tough opposition because he has ring generalship and he has long arms. No, he's not a knockout artist. He's not going to wow you. He's not going to knock everybody out. That's not his style of fight. His style of fight is he knows how to keep you off of him, and he knows how not to really get hit. That's the way that he fights.
So you feel like that if
that's high risk.
So basically,
that's high risk, low reward.
That's the definition of ducking. So basically, what you're saying is that Kambosos, if he fights Lomachenko, that's a duck move.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because he know them belts. He know them belts not gonna be around for long.
Okay.
And he's fighting Lomachenko because they guaranteed him a rematch clause. All right. And saying that, everybody that Lomachenko fought in his fast rise, like they so call it, right? In his fast rise in boxing, right? Who was he giving a rematch to? Who was he giving a rematch to? Nobody can say it. The fanboy is going to say, "Oh, he's so spectacular." But when we really look into it, right? When we really look into it, he hasn't fought a bunch of great fighters. He fought a Rigan Dial that's great in that weight class, that low 122, between 122 and 126. But Rigan Dial had to come up he had to come up 2 weight classes to fight Lomachenko. He fought Gary Russell, a weight drained Gary Russell, man, and he couldn't even finish Gary Russell.
Right. So I get your point. So it's your opinion is you're not taking the racism, white supremacy route. You're saying that
never woulda. But we can't diss and I can't even get this word out. But we can't act like it doesn't exist when Bob Arum's own matchmaker has come out in an interview and said it.
What did he say?
He said that the matchmakers, when they doing it, they saying stay away from certain fighters.
Right.
Certain fighters.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the interview that Fred had, Fred Barbershop Conversations. I forgot the guy's name, but hold on. I want to stop right there. I know where you're going at, but that guy did an interview on the Boxing Voice. Because I had asked this question. I said, that's what he said. Has it been confirmed? And he did an interview on the Boxing Voice, and that same question was posed to him, and he said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. That's what they're going to do.
So I'm not saying
correct.
I'm not saying that Top Rank doesn't have an NBF rule. All I'm saying is I have no proof of it because you're going by what someone said. This person said this is what goes on in Top Rank. And I'm like, okay, if that goes on, why are they signing so many black fighters? Why did the first title fight that Terrence Crawford had, he fought a white guy by the name of Jeff Horn. Then he fought another white guy that no one wanted to see him fight by the name of Mean Machine. He became, you know, he was the highest paid welterweight in boxing from a guaranteed purse standpoint. Why would racists and white supremacy want to pay this guy all of this money, lose money on him? According, that's what they're saying. Like I don't get that. And then when this same guy who you're quoting is saying Top Rank has this rule, which they may have, they may not have. I have no proof of it. He on one show he said it on Fred Barbershop Conversations, but then when he go on the Boxing Voice, he says the total opposite. So which one am I to believe? Give you. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you one more example. I'm gonna go in the 130 division, right? When the 130 division and Tank had the 130 belt, the super belt, right? And who else? What was it? Who was it? Was it I can't remember that boy name. I think he just lost to Valdez.
Oh, you talking about Costa, the guy from Brazil. The guy from Brazil. He lost to Oscar Valdez.
No. He was another. I think he was another Mexican.
Oh, you talking about Burchell? Yeah.
Right now, when they kept on talking, right? How come none of them 130 pounders, when Tank was supposed to be the top 130 pounder, why none of them wasn't calling him out?
Sir, this I think this is one thing that you're failing to realize is related to that, James Lee. And I have to quote Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather specifically said that they Top Rank, that Mayweather Promotions, TMT, he specifically said that we do not believe in making another promoter rich. We have a lot of fighters, a plethora of fighters with TMT and PBC. He said they are like one big happy family that Tank can fight. So based on what Tank Davis's promoter said out of his own mouth, the reason why you have not seen Tank, it didn't even matter if another fighter did not call him out. Devin Haney called Tank Davis out, several times, whatever the case may be. But Floyd Mayweather's position and Leonard Ellerby's position is this: if you are not a Mayweather Promotions fighter or a PBC fighter, we would not have Tank fight anyone outside of that umbrella. So this is why you haven't seen Tank fight any of those guys.
But we know the real reason.
What's the real reason? What's the real reason though?
It's because of the history of Bob Arum and Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
It's the history of Bob Arum and Floyd Mayweather. He's not going to see, but why would you see? Okay, if somebody keeps knocking you down, right? Why would you see them or give them the upper hand to be better than you?
All right, but you brought Tank Davis up. But you brought Tank Davis up is to say what? I'm trying to figure out why did you bring Tank Davis up?
I brought it up because Bob Arum's fighters that weren't black fighters were in control of those other belts. Top Rank was in control of those other belts.
Okay, just like the PBC and Al Heyman is in control of the welterweight belts, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Go ahead. So what I'm saying is that one ring goes on other hands the same way. So we can't like you keep saying every day. We can't paint the narrative of what we think it should be. Like as boxing fans, we're not going to get control of what goes on in boxing until we start standing up. If we keep allowing them to do the same thing, then the same thing is going to keep being done, and we just need to shut the fuck up and sit back and just watch boxing.
Right. Because see, my thing is this here: all of them are doing it.
Exactly.
Whatever doing it is, meaning boxing politics. Top Rank is doing it. They have in-house fights. Golden Boy is doing it.
The thing is, the fans don't understand this point. They just being fan dumb. You feel what I'm saying?
PBC
they being
is
fan
doing
dumb. They not understanding these points.
Right. But see, my position is this: listen, Top Rank, Queensberry, all of these guys are doing the same shit. Bob, and listen, Al Heyman is doing the exact same thing that Top Rank is doing. They're doing the same shit. I'm not.
But everybody was cool. but everybody was cool when it was on one side.
Yeah.
Now another side is doing it. Now it's a big problem. It shouldn't be like that. If we're not going to take a stand and boycott this bullshit that we don't want to see, then we're going to keep on getting the bullshit. Like I said, we might well just need to sit back and shut the fuck up.
Okay. All right. So basically, we're gonna set it down. But basically, your position is the reason why Devin Haney and George Kambosos' fight is not happening because Kambosos is choosing to duck Devin Haney, which is the harder fight, in order to fight the Lomachenko, which is a more easier fight. That's your position, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, James Lee. James Lee. Thank you so much, my brother, for calling in. Thank you. Shout out to my brother James Lee from B-More. All right. So James Lee feel like that. Hold on, we got another call calling. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Ron Boy Fresh. What's good, Slim?
Dog Boys Entertainment. Ron Boy, what's going on, fam? Talk to me.
Man, special shout outs to Baltimore. I just left the Cheesecake Factory. That Joker was. All right, look here, man. Let's just keep it 100. It's only a certain group of motherfuckers that's screaming this Haney shit. And everybody know I'm a Haney fan. But let's just keep it 100. Slim, Loma versus Kambosos is the bigger fight worldwide. Whether you want to believe it or not, it just is what it is.
Why you feel that way?
It is because it's a bigger fight worldwide, and for the and furthermore, we do know that Loma is the betting favorite versus Haney and Kambosos. So how is this a duck? I'm still trying to figure out how is it that Kambosos fighting Loma is considered a duck when Loma is the bigger threat? How? It doesn't make any fucking sense, man. It's just a bunch of motherfuckers. And like I said, I'm a young Haney fan. I'm a young Haney DC president chapter fan club president. So I'm all for young Haney. But at the end of the day, man, Joker's got to put these pom-poms down and see it for what it is. It just is what it's going to be, man. And at the end of the day, did Haney double down and offer Kambosos and Lou DiBella a 3-fight deal since Tuck Rank offered Lou DiBella a 2-fight deal? Nobody's talking about that, right? Because basically what we see is a 2-fight deal for Team Kambosos, right?
Right. And I think that my thing is I think the people who feel like that Kambosos is ducking Devin Haney to fight Lomachenko, they are ignoring the fact, all of the other mitigating circumstances for why his promoter may decide to choose Lomachenko over Devin Haney. And I think the reason why they are ignoring it is because they're looking at it through what they have been programmed or want to already believe. And that's what it is. So, depending on which narrative you want to push, or depending on what you already, if you have any preconceived thoughts already, you're going to see things through that lens while ignoring everything else. And the reason why I brought up another fighter, Crawford and Spence, I'm saying, well, bro, it's kind of like similar to the exact same thing. I know you're saying, well, one guy has a belt, another guy doesn't have a belt. Yeah, but outside of that, it's the same shit. You see what I'm saying? But you say something different over there. And I'm trying to figure out, why is it different here outside of the belt versus over here is something else. Like, I'm trying to draw the contrast, and I'm not there yet. But
and I'm trying to figure out, these same motherfuckers shaking all these fucking pom-poms. How come they not shaking pom-poms for Fat Boy Davis to fight young Haney then? Okay, well, we know that Loma and Kambosos got that shit locked. Well, why don't y'all start advocating for Haney and Davis? They don't want to do that. They ain't trying to do that. So you mean to tell me y'all okay with Davis fighting Rolly, right? This is what y'all okay with, but you got Haney right here sitting with a belt, and he ain't got no opponent.
You know what? You make a valid point right there. If
because it's not real. These motherfuckers ain't looking at boxing. They looking at a boxer or two. You dig what I'm telling you?
Right.
Everybody's upset with. Yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry about that. Go ahead, Rambo. Go ahead.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if you look at it, who has Haney slapped bigger than a bigger name than Comey?
Nobody. So all this ducking and this and that.
Haney did fight Jorge Linares, and he fought JoJo Diaz, and JoJo Diaz and Jorge Linares, according to the narrative.
Slept.
Oh, you mean slept? Okay.
Got you.
Yeah.
Who he slept? Nobody. I mean, not nobody. And like I said, I'm a Haney fan, but it seemed like you got jokers really upset that this Eastern European is doing nothing but fighting in title fights is what it comes down to. That's what the problem is. I'm seeing him like, okay, we get it. Y'all don't like, y'all are upset that Loma getting all these opportunities. It is what it is. Well, why don't y'all send Fat Boy over there, which is Davis, to go fight Loma and send him packing? And as far as my man talking about, they don't want to make Loma versus Haney. Well, I know for a fact they're about to make Loma versus Shakur Stevenson this year. So if you telling me Haney is a bigger threat than Shakur Stevenson, good luck with that. So that don't even make sense.
And Ron Boy Fresh, shout out to you, fam. Yeah, I was kind of, some people feel like he's okay. George is ducking Haney to fight Kambosos. So Kambosos is ducking Haney to fight
but they don't have
to fight Lomachenko. That was
I mean, it is what it is, but they just saying that off emotion or some shit that they, like you said, they being programmed. But you ask them, well, okay, well, why don't y'all advocate Haney versus Davis? They don't want to do that. And you can't sit here and say Loma is being avoided, that Loma don't want to fight Haney. When I know that Loma is going to fight Shakur. And since they want to bring up
in their defense, and I do understand where they're coming from. This is an opportunity for Devin Haney to become undisputed or George Kambosos to become undisputed. So to the average boxing fan who may be diehard fans of Devin Haney or Kambosos, it makes sense for George Kambosos to fight Devin Haney because this would be for legacy. This would be to see who will be undisputed. So it doesn't matter what the business is. It doesn't matter if the money is not right, the business is not right, the terms is not right. They want to see the undisputed, and so I get that, but you can't ignore all of the other mitigating factors as well. But I get where they're coming from. You
can't. But at the end of the day, they forget that the WBO, either which way, a fight wasn't going to get done. You know why? Because the Comey and Loma fight was for the WBO mandatory. So Eddie Hearn and Team Haney studied too long and they studied wrong. They should have already had that fight in the bag, but they didn't do it right. And that's all I got to say. Slim, I'm out, man.
All right, shout out to my man Ron Boy Fresh, man. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. Everybody's all over the place with this. Phone lines is open, 530-494-9636. If I don't answer the phone because I'm on the phone with someone else, I'm not going to end the call with whoever I'm on the phone with to click over and answer the phone. I'm not going to do that. If you call in, I'm going to give you opportunity to speak your piece, and then I will move on. So I'm not avoiding any calls. It's just that I'm not going to cut anyone off. Caller, no, sorry about that. Shout out to Les Mess. What's going on, fam? Rivera for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Phone lines open.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Loma fought T.O. for belts, and they said he ducked Haney. Kambosos fight mandatory, and now they want unification. Okay. I'm not here to change anybody's mind. I'm just here to lay it out the way I see it. You come to your own conclusions. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing it from both sides, and I'm seeing a whole lot of contradictions and double standards, and I'm just pointing that out. But let's continue. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, man? It's Major Key Box in Central Florida.
Major Key, what the lick read, fam? What you want to talk about?
Chilling, man. Listen, hey, man, I just want to make a quick point and be out here because I see the phone lines blowing up. But this whole thing, look, man, I prefer to see Devin Haney versus Kambosos, but I'm not gonna say that him fighting Loma is a duck. That's crazy. Loma is the actual established boxer, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He's the one that has more of a track record. You know what I mean? Haney's still young, still trying to build his career. He's nowhere near Loma's caliber at this point. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear that he's ducking Haney or this and this and that. If he's got something that he feels is going to bring him more money, more revenue, more excitement, more eyes to him, like that's crazy to say that he's ducking because he's choosing somebody else, and still he hasn't even chosen him yet. So it's all still up in the air. But if he does choose Loma, I can't get mad at the dude. That's not ducking Haney. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Haney. You know what I mean? I think he's going to make a great career, you know, but you know, he's still got to grow into his man strength. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about like a dude that dropped T.O., a dude in Loma that has shown his grit and dropped some of these people that we wouldn't expect him to drop, moving up in weight classes. You know, it's like, for you to say that he's ducking Haney by fighting Loma, you must not know boxing.
Okay, all right. Shout out to my brother Major Key Boxing, man. Some people feel that way.
So that's my callback.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother Major Key, man. Please subscribe to my brother Major Key Boxing YouTube channel. He has some fire ass fucking interviews over there, bro. Classics. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, how you doing, Coach? My name is Stefano Martinez. I'm from Frisco.
All right, Stefano Martinez. What the link read? You from Frisco? What's going on, my brother? What you want to talk about?
I was calling, man, about everything, man. I understand the business side about the promoters and all that kind of stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
It's not no duck. It's not no duck to me. You call it. I understand if you don't say the duck. It's just a business thing, man. You know, and I feel that Kambosos feel like he could be that boy.
Well, nothing is official yet. This is the thing. Like, I think a lot of people jumping out the window and they're automatically assuming that this fight is going to go down, but nothing is official yet. Mike Carpenter did say that not Devin Haney.
He didn't sign yet? Okay,
Yeah,
I thought it was signed.
No. George Kambosos hasn't signed yet, so he did say that, but you know, a lot of people are assuming that that's the route that Kambosos is going to go. Kambosos may still take the Devin Haney route. We don't know, because all of this shit is sources say, all that shit there. Nothing has been confirmed. So it just far as I'm concerned, sources say just a bunch of goddamn rumors until we see something concrete and on point. But if he chooses,
it's no need to talk about it then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you know, so a lot of people feeling this some type of way because some people feel like that, hey man, the white man don't want to see the black man become great by becoming undisputed. There's some people take that route. Some people feel like that, hey, if Kambosos doesn't fight,
I don't think that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm telling you, people feel this way because I've done my research, and some people feel like that, hey, like the brother called in James Lee, if Lomachenko, if George Kambosos doesn't fight Devin Haney, fights Lomachenko, he's ducking a harder fight in Devin Haney and taking an easier fight in Lomachenko.
I believe
so he, you know,
Devin Haney is a harder fighter than Lomachenko, but Lomachenko won't beat that boy.
Yeah, so
the only person I think who Kambosos could beat is Ryan Garcia. Out of all the 135, he cannot touch Haney. He cannot touch Davis. If Shakur move up to 135, you can't touch him. That's the next in line for whoever win that belt.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Before I let you go, I understand Devin Haney supporters, and I feel their pain. The reason why I say that is this is because, and a lot of fighters, they need career-defining fights in order to take them to the next level. Muhammad Ali, when he was Cassius Clay, his career-defining fight was Sonny Liston. Let's see, Sugar Ray Leonard, he fought Wilfred Benitez. He fought Tommy Hearns. You know, hey, we ought to know Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler had to get it the hard way. Let's see, Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford is trying to fight Errol Spence because he feels like this is my legacy-defining moment. He was trying to chase in that fight. I'm gonna give you another one, and I'm gonna give you another one. Devin Haney, you know, Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather.
Chavez.
Chavez. Chavez too. But Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd could not sell flies to shit prior to fighting Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd Mayweather pay-per-views was terrible. They sucked. And Bob Arum complained, man, I ain't making money on this guy like I feel like I should. You know, I'm losing money. The same shit he said about Terrence Crawford, he was saying about Floyd Mayweather. A lot of these guys who became Floyd Mayweather fans.
But he didn't want to put no money in Floyd.
Yeah, but hear me out.
He thought Floyd was a pretty boy who wants some money. But he never knew Floyd was a star.
Yes, sir. So listen, is there anything else you wanted to say, my brother, Stephen?
No, that's about it. I understand what everybody's saying. I mean, I understand about the duck and all that kind of stuff, man. But you know, I believe Kambosos think Lomachenko's the easier fight, but he just don't know Lomachenko gonna put those paws on him, man.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
He gonna beat them both.
We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Okay. Shout out to you, my brother. Salute to my brother, man. Calling from San Fran. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't want to lose my train of thought. The legacy defining fight for Floyd Mayweather was who? Oscar De La Hoya. Once Floyd Mayweather got the opportunity to fight Oscar De La Hoya and he beat Oscar De La Hoya via split decision, he took off to the next level. He became the pay-per-view star of the cash cow. He fought the cash cow pay-per-view star and beat him in Oscar De La Hoya, and that took him to the next level. So I understand Devin Haney's fans. I understand their how they feel, because they're like, man, Devin Haney has been robbed of a legacy-defining fight. Now, that doesn't mean that Devin Haney will not land a legacy-defining fight. If he doesn't get it now, it doesn't mean it won't happen later. Doesn't mean it won't happen next year. I mean, he can still get that fight. You know, but just because it doesn't happen right now, it doesn't mean that it won't happen. That's what I'm saying. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, what's up, Cody? Derek from Florida.
Derek from Florida. What the lick read? What you want to talk about? Derek, I can't hear you, brother.
You hear me now?
Yes, I can. You sound muffled.
Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just saying that the fight for Kambosos, I don't think it's a bad fight for him or Loma. I think it's a good fight because my opinion, he has a better chance. I'm not saying he could beat Loma. He has a better chance to beat Loma or him because neither of them two don't got no power like Ryan and Tank. If he would have chose Ryan or Tank, then he could possibly lose that fight. But he has a chance against Loma or if he would have fought Devin Haney. Because none of them guys don't got no power because, you know, you probably someone who could pop, then he's going to be in trouble. Not saying he can beat Loma though, but because Loma's real skilled, but he has a chance to beat Loma. Like, he has the opportunity. Okay. So I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. All right.
So he chose.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like he chose the right opponent. Either Loma or Haney, he chose the right opponent because he would have chose them other two, he would have lose automatically. I don't see him being Ryan or Tank because them boys got power. And, you know, when you got power and skills, that's a big problem.
Okay.
So I feel like he has a chance. But thank you though.
All right, shout out to Derek, man, for calling from Florida, man. Speak in peace. Thank you so much, brother. Let's get these super chats out the way. Shout out to Mr. Calderon for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, if fighting Loma is a duck move, that's a strong ass duck. Yeah. We're gonna get the super chats out the way. He says, I mean, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. They don't know what the definition of ducking means. Ducking means, guys, when you avoid fighting a tough fight, a fight that you feel like, man, it's a possibility I can lose that fight, and you take an easier route. A duck move, an example of a duck move is, let's see, Terrence Crawford has an opportunity to fight Errol Spence. Let's say that opportunity is right there. Spence said, hey, let's do this. Crawford say, okay. He said, well, nah, you know, man, I don't want to fight you, man. I want to fight Coach Malachi Williams in New Meaning Today USA Boxing. That's a duck move. But if you, let's say you say, well, let's say you Riddick Bowe, just hypothetical, you Riddick Bowe, and you have an opportunity to fight Evander Holyfield, but you have an opportunity to fight Lennox Lewis. And he probably felt like that Evander Holyfield was a little bit more easier to fight than Lennox Lewis. And he said, well, guy, you know what, man, shit, Lennox is more of a bigger threat to me. Before I fight him, I'm going to just throw my belt in the garbage can and fight Holyfield for the second time. Probably because it was more money and stuff like that. But to me, that was a duck move that Riddick Bowe did. Because Lennox Lewis was his mandatory. And he'd rather throw his belt in the garbage can and throw the belt in the garbage can and avoid fighting Lennox Lewis, which was bigger, taller, stronger than Evander Holyfield, than to go fight, you know, throw the belt in the garbage can and avoid fighting him, then go ahead and fight Holyfield, Evander Holyfield, a guy who he had already beat prior. You see what I'm saying? So to me, you know, That's a duck move. But everybody has their opinion. If you feel like that Devin Haney is ducking, being ducked for Vasily Lomachenko, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. Brother here says, Coach, do people want to see Undisputed or not? I don't think so. I think this is all over the place. Me personally, I want to see Undisputed. He said, amazing to see so-called fans making all kinds of excuses and justifications to avoid an undisputed fight. It's pathetic and pretentious. Listen, again, Mel, I understand. Like, if you are a fan of Devin Haney, you want to see a legacy-defining fight. If Devin Haney can land this fight, and I'm trying to get you guys to understand this. If Devin Haney can land this fight, this is a legacy-defining moment for him. Now, it doesn't mean that Devin Haney is going to win this fight. Just because Devin Haney gets this fight with Kambosos, if he does, it doesn't mean he's going to win. You know, but his fans want him to have the opportunity for the fight. And me being a fan of the sport of boxing, I would love to see that fight. Somebody called in and hung up. Caller, call back. Shout out to Carl Hansen. For dropping that $7.99. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says, all I gotta say, coach, is Ryan Maybelline. He said Ryan Maybelline Garcia is the true 135-pound gangster. Hey man, I don't feel that way, but but it is what it is. He's very talented though. He's very talented. Shout out to Drew for dropping another half for bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. We gotta get the likes up, man. We got over 300 people in here and less than 250 likes. We gotta get to 300 likes. He said Haney needs to move up, but I don't favor him against any of the top 7 junior welterweights, coach. Do you? Shout out to Drew, man. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Drew. For dropping that half for bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Drew, I don't think Haney needs to move up. I mean, he's still young. He still can become undisputed in the lightweight division. He may just have to play the game, play the politics. He may have to partner up with, especially if this fight goes down between, I look at this as bigger than just Kambosos and Haney. I look at this as well, Kambosos has a promoter. The fighters do what the promoters tell him to do, contrary to popular belief. You see that going on with the PBC, i.e. called Al. You see that going on with, when fighters who are with Top Rank, they got to do what Bob Arum tells them to do. So this is what I see going on. This is good old business. Whether you believe a fighter is ducking another fighter or not, I'm not here to convince you other than that. But this is good old business. Just like it's good old business with PBC fighters, it's good old business with Lou DiBella fighters and Top Rank fighters. It's the same shit as far as I'm concerned. That's how I see it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Troy Graham from Baltimore. How you be, sir? How you be?
Yes, sir. Troy Graham from Baltimore. What the link read, Troy? What you want to talk about?
I want to ask you a question. How come the female fighters are not having the same problem making these big fights?
I have no idea. I think because Eddie Hearn is a lot of the female fighters. If I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong. I think a lot of the female fighters are with DAZN or with the same promoter and Eddie Hearn, and they are making those fights happen. That's if I was to do a guesstimation. So I think that's why the females are not having. Clarissa, I think, and even Clarissa Shields is over there in the UK now. She's fighting over there now. So I think that's probably what it is. I could be wrong, but that's what I think.
I'm just honestly, I don't care who the hell fights no more. I really don't. You probably heard it in my voice. It's been the same thing for how many years now? This one, that one, the third, and ABC. Listen to me, Crawford and Spencer is dead as disco.
Yes,
it ain't never happened.
Yeah, that ain't happened.
Right?
That's been 5 years now. That ain't happened.
Yeah, so you might as well move. Because you have no excuses. He's a free agent. You don't hear Thurman saying nothing. You don't hear Garcia. You don't hear anybody saying nothing. Right?
Yeah, that's dead as a donut.
You got no excuses. So why don't you just move up and see what he can do at 154?
Well, that's what he said though. That's what he said. I played the interview with Crawford getting interviewed from behind the gloves by Michelle Phelps, and that's what he said. He said, "Well, I did all I can do with the Crawford trying to make the Spence fight. If that doesn't materialize, I'm gonna just move up and fight the winner of Castaño and Jamel Charlo." He said that's what he's gonna do. So
yeah, I hope. Hopefully, he's able to do something there too, because at the end of the day, this era is going to be remembered as, you know, the never was era.
Yeah.
All the fights that never came about, that
Yeah.
never did anything, and people arguing back and forth about stuff they have no control over
Right.
whatsoever. But let me say this before I jump off here, right? The only people getting hurt in this is us, the fans. Behind the scenes, these dudes are losing money, and they will never be as great as the ones that came before them because it seems like the energy and the spirit of the sport is not to chase greatness, it's to chase money and to hold on to that mythical lose it, grow, come back and win, because people love a triumph story. Come on, man.
Yeah.
People love a comeback story. Just ask Durant, just ask Burns. You know,
Well, it's a whole lot of I mean, people feel the way they feel. They all over the place with it. And I understand all the sides. I understand the racism, white supremacy angle. I understand the business as usual angle. I understand the politics. I understand the ducking angle. I understand all of the angles and the narratives that people may feel about it. I get it. I understand. Trust me, I do get it. But sometimes, you know, things, I would say this, things are not exactly the way you want it to be from a narrative standpoint. That's all I'm saying. If you feel like that, you know, this is the duck move, hey man, so be it. I say this, nothing has been confirmed yet. We don't know who George Kambosos is going to fight next because nothing has been confirmed. He still may pick Devin Haney. If Devin Haney does not land this fight right now, he's still young, he's rich, he's flashy, he can still land that legacy-defining fight 6 months from now or a year from now. He can still get a legacy-defining fight. It's not over for Devin Haney. That's all I'm saying. So that's it.
Coach, the last thing though, that's the easiest fight that should have been made with Haney and Kambosos because it makes the most sense, and it makes, number one, it makes the most sense. You fight each other, you get disputed, and you make the money. And be honest with you, fighting Lomachenko is not going to help. It's not going to help. You know, Kambosos one damn bit. If he wins, they're going to say, okay. Because see, right now he's not established.
Why do you say it won't hurt? Why do you say it won't help him one bit? What are you basing that on? What do you mean by
it's
that?
not going to move his needle up anything, and it's not going to move his needle. This is what happens. The man's coming in, you know, with no belt, and yes, he's on a winning streak and all that. But people also remember him getting beat by Tio here, who Kambosos beat. So if he beats him, they're just going to be like, oh, well, you beat a man that was beat by the man that you beat, but you're still not undisputed. You know, you're still not undisputed. You said the biggest fight for Australia and the biggest fight for Kambosos is to be the first undisputed champion in that country. That should be what fuels his passion.
Right. So, listen, I'm with you on that. You hit the nail right on the head with that. But if he doesn't take that route, there's a reason why he didn't take that route. There's a reason why his promoter didn't take that route. And now, could it be he's going to make more money fighting Lomachenko? We don't know. It's a lot of shit that we don't know. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. Because we going off a reporter who works for ESPN who says sources say. We don't know.
I'm going off my common sense. Let me tell you this, man. I got a lot of respect for you and Major Key. You dudes talk boxing. I had to get away from it for a little bit because I'm sick of it, and I'm a purist when it comes to the sport. I can't deal with a lot of people, right?
Yes, sir.
So let me say this, man, before I jump off here. Man, you know, you're hot like Mama Biscuits. Keep on doing what you're doing. Don't let nobody tell you no different. And I gotta find a way to change my voice. I call in here, you know, and argue with you.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to Troy Graham, man. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, man. We got less than 300 likes. We got to get 300 likes. I wanna keep the live going just a little bit more, but I need 300 more likes. He said, well, not 300 more likes. Sorry about that. We need to get to 300. We need 27 more likes to get to 300. Shout out to the Queen Misfit. She said, why this sport wasn't all that complicated back in the day? The best was desperate to fight. You know what, Misfit? I'm gonna tell you something. There's one common denominator that we had, in my opinion, in the golden era of boxing: 70s, 80s, and 90s. You know what that one common denominator was, Misfit? Don King. We got the great fights, in my opinion, because there was a black promoter from Ohio, from Cleveland, Ohio, by the name of Don King. As terrible as he was from a business standpoint to his fighters, he was the people's promoter. And Don King did cross-promotional fights, in-house fights, and he was the people's promoter. And now that he's not in the way, now that he's gone and been pushed out of the way, or whatever the case may be, now we have this shit that we have now. I'm not saying Don was the greatest in the world, but one thing I will say, he was the people's promoter. We ain't never had this under Don King. Well, certain things did happen, but it wasn't to this degree. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? That's my opinion on it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Good evening, Coach, man. Good evening, Coach, man. Yo, what's up, man?
Cassidy, what's going on, my brother?
Man? What's up, Coach, man? I'm nothing too tough, man. Nothing much. Just here enjoying your shit, man. You get me? You know, I have to chime in again.
Yeah.
Where are the detractors, man? Where is that talk guy, man? Hey, detractors, man. Cooling now, man. We want to hear your fire, man. We're tired of you in the chat. Calling to Coach's show now. We want to hear what you have to say. We're tired of you hiding behind the fences. Where's that video of them two dogs, Coach, man? Them two dogs that think they're on it. They're not on it. Those are the distractors, man. We don't want to see them. We want to hear from them. So call in, man. Tired of your shit. I'm going to call in every single day until we hear from you detractors. And I'm going to support Coach every single day until we hear from you detractors. I'm telling you, man. And this Haney and Kambosos situation, what the hell is going on? What are you talking about? He's afraid of Devin Haney, this, that. All right, cool, man. Haney's a good, nice prospect fighter, yes. But this man he's Kambosos, is allegedly ducking. He has over 400 wins professionally or the amateur system, and he's got 2 losses in his whole career of boxing. No, sorry, 3 losses. He's got over 400 wins, and he's lost 3. He's tasted defeat 3 times. And you're trying to tell me, or these people, these allegedly, and F Matt Coppinger as well, man. F that guy, man. He's pissing me off, man. F Matt Coppinger, man. Where's that guy, man? We need to find this guy, man. We need to find this guy. Where's this Matt Coppinger punk, man? He keeps coming out with his crap.
I mean, he's on Twitter. He's on Twitter. You got to go to Twitter. He's on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm gonna find Mark Coppinger. I'm gonna find Mark Coppinger because we're tired of this hearing the truth to say, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit, man. It's Coach, man. I'm telling you, man. It's so frustrating, man. We don't get to see the fact that we want to see as fans. But obviously, I can't argue. I'm not gonna argue that. We don't know what Kambosos is. We don't know. Kambosos could be. And you know what? One more thing. I've got 2 more things before I leave you, Coach. 2 more things. Let me get the short end of the stick out of the way first. What's that promoter? Richard Shea. He's a good ass promoter. He said I'm willing to work with any
phone lines. Your phone is breaking up. Couldn't hear you.
Okay, hear me, Coach.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit better now.
Yes. I said, Richard Schaefer. He is willing to make all the fights happen. He said that we are for working with all the promoters. We don't care if the promoters from planet Mars. We don't care if he's from China. We don't care. We don't care. We want to make the fights happen. Richard Schaefer. He's a very good ass promoter. You get me? So I'm hoping that some people can. He was talking about gas. He was talking about a new age. People.
Cassidy, your phone. All right, go ahead, bro. Your phone breaking up, but go ahead. We need to wrap it up because your phone breaking up. We can't even hear you. It's going in and out.
Yeah, no, it's cool, Coach, man. Don't worry, it's cool, man. I'll catch up with you. Don't worry, Coach, man.
All right,
I'm enjoying the show, man, and smash the like button, man. Smash that like button.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Cassidy, man. For calling in from the UK. Brother always calling in. Shout out to Java Joe. Shout out to Java Joe. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Haney had a chance to fight Loma after the TO win. Brother, I don't know. I don't know. Arlette, you said that you said something about Clarissa Shields not fighting in the UK. I think her last fight was in the UK, and Clarissa Shields did sign a deal with the UK promoters or the people over there in the UK. I don't know the actual, the details of it, to be honest with you. But her next fight is going to be Savannah Marshall. And I think that fight is going to be in the UK. Because remember, Clarissa Shields is not getting any love over here in America. She's not getting the love like that in America. PBC didn't sign her. Black Al Heyman didn't sign the black sister from Detroit. They didn't sign her. They don't even know what to do with her. So, you know, and then Top Rank didn't sign her or whatever. So I don't know what her business situation is like. All I know now, she's in a situation where she has a deal with some promoter or whoever in the UK, and she's in the process. If Savannah Marshall can win her next fight, Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall are going to fight each other this year. That's what I do know. So, and that's that. That's that from there. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. Hit the like button. If you're old to the channel, hit the like button. We need 19 more likes in order to open up, in order to hit 300. We need that done. Let's see. We need that done. Let's see what's going on. Now, hold on. I want to let you guys hear this. I want to let you guys hear this because I want to know, do you guys think that this played a role in it? Let's go.
I have a very good feeling the fight is going to happen between Lomachenko and Kambosos.
I want you guys to hear this. This is, shout out to Steve Kim in the 3 knockdown rule with Mario Lopez. This is Vasily Lomachenko's manager, and this is what he said, and take it how you want to take it.
I have a very good feeling the fight is going to happen between Lomachenko and Kambosos. We're talking right now about 2-fight deal, including if Lomachenko wins, to do a rematch. I know some interest coming from Australian government. We've been talking dates. I don't know, but it's hard to say right now. But most likely end of May, June, somewhere in that area.
You are willing to go to Australia?
We're willing to go, not just willing to go to Australia. We're willing to move Lomachenko to do camp in Australia.
Wow.
Couple months before, because that way we can guarantee the fight is happening,
right?
Because the country can be closed, can be opened, and
Sure.
to go all of this. So we, if let's say the fight in May, so March, Lomachenko will be in Australia preparing for the fight. We don't have any.
So, from what Lomachenko manager is saying, not only are they willing to go to Australia, they are willing to move their camp to Australia, train in Australia, and if the reports are correct, again, I have no facts on this. This comes from a Mike Carpenter / sources say. Vasily Lomachenko was willing, accepted, he took less money than what Devin Haney wanted. Lomachenko allegedly, I say allegedly, rumored, because I don't have any proof of this, guys. And if I tell you I did, I will be lying to you. Vasily Lomachenko allegedly said that he's willing to take $1.4, $1.5 million. Get paid little of nothing and go to Australia and stay there. Sign a 2-fight deal and stay there to fight this guy. So if that's the case, from a business standpoint, and you got the Top Rank connection, you're going to get on ESPN, you guarantee the next 2 fights, you can't just ignore all of that. I get the legacy part, but you can't ignore all of that from a business standpoint. That's all I'm saying. Take that into consideration.
And why not to go there? We're including a rematch if they ask. So it's everything.
That's a huge event.
I guess if Kambosos goes a different direction, what is left then for Loma?
He's not going to retire and he's going to have all the 4 belts. That was his goal. Some weight class division, he needs to have a 4 belts. This is his right now goal, and he's going that direction.
Yeah, I really hope that fight goes. Is it out of the realm to think a Devin Haney fight, assuming that doesn't work out, as a possibility?
Devin Haney, if Floyd will allow Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, there is good names in the weight class.
Yeah, but I'm realistic. I have no faith in these young lightweights. I call them the 4 caps. People call them the kings. I don't. Loma seems to be the one guy that wants to be a fighter.
Exactly. Well, Kambosos seems to be that guy too.
Does
If he steps up and he
Okay,
accepts this
well,
fight, then we'll see.
I hope he makes a decision soon.
So, you heard it directly from Lomachenko's manager's mouth. He said that, hey, you know, he think that that fight is going to happen. They can pretty much conceded everything that Lomachenko, that not Lomachenko, that Kambosos wanted. They said they're willing to go to Australia, stay there, whatever. Now, he didn't say anything about money. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He didn't. You heard it. But, you know, it is what it is. So, I don't know. I don't know. They asked him about Devin Haney. And, you know, he seemed like he kind of fumbled a little bit. I'm not going to lie, guys. They did ask him about, like Mario Lopez did ask him about fighting Devin Haney. And he, you know, maybe it was the language barrier or something. I don't know, you know, but he seemed like he talked about Tank. Why did he bring Tank up? Yeah, I don't know. He said something about Floyd Mayweather and Tank. I just caught that. He said something about Floyd Mayweather and Tank. I don't know why he brought Floyd Mayweather and Tank up. Yeah, I don't know why, but anyways, so this is what his manager said. Let's continue. He said it really is. He say if he really had balls, he'd fight Loma and Haney on the same night. Kambosos. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Now I want to show you guys something else. Here go. You want to see another sources, right? Let me show you another sources. Another sources. We have some Canelo Alvarez news. Sources say, you see right here, sources. Who are the sources, Mike Compton? He has no idea. Sources say PBC offered Canelo Alvarez.
Dawson Elementary.
Hold on, guys. School called. It says sources. PBC offered Canelo Alvarez a 2-fight deal worth upwards of $100 million guarantee for bouts with Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez in May and in September, respectively. But that package was rejected by Alvarez about 10 days ago, and there has been no dialogue with the PBC since. Let's stop right there. According to Mike Coppinger, a $100 million deal offer was made to Canelo Alvarez by Al Haymon, aka the PBC, because the PBC is Al Haymon and Al Haymon is the PBC. By the PBC of a 2-fight deal worth upward. I don't know what upward means. Upward means, is it $100 million guaranteed? Or upwards of I don't know what that means. You see, I'm a stickler for language. What you mean? Listen, is you gonna give me $100 million or you're not gonna give me $100 million? Well, we can give you upwards of that much. What the fuck does upward mean? But that's neither here nor there. Now, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me see what's up. Hold on. Let me see. All right. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good? This is DB from Florida.
Hold on, my brother. Hold on. Let me get you on here. Get you online. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from again?
My name DB. I'm from Florida.
DB from Florida. DB, what the lick read, fam? What you want to talk about, my brother?
Man, with this whole Devin Haney Kambosos thing, I feel like that's
DB, your phone breaking up.
I'm kind of with you on it. I understand. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
It's like it's not necessarily a duck. I can see it from all ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's the fight that makes the most sense. I feel like why would you not want to fight him to clear up undisputed? Like I heard one fellow say that he feels like Kambosos doesn't really gain anything from beating Lomachenko. And I can kind of see that too, because it's just like they're gonna come up with the excuse of, okay, well, you already beat the guy that beat Lomachenko, and he beat Lomachenko pretty soundly. You know what I'm saying? For the people who watch the fight, it wasn't really a close fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to go back and say, okay, I'm gonna fight Lomachenko, I feel like it has to be maybe a side of the street thing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a side of the street thing or some business behind the scenes with maybe Lou DiBella and Bob Arum.
It could be, yeah, you're right. It could be anything. We don't know. We really don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Just like I was seeing somewhere, they said the WBO mandated the fight between Lomachenko and Kambosos.
Yeah, that's true. Now, that is true. That is true. The WBO did do that.
Yeah, so it's just like, all this happening all of a sudden when Devin Haney come out and say, okay, I take the same thing as Lomachenko. Now the WBO come back and like, okay, we mandating the fight with Lomachenko and Kambosos.
Yeah,
like it seems really weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. It seems very weird.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know how to feel about it.
Yes, sir.
Because I feel like Devin Haney does deserve the shot at undisputed. I mean, he's kind of done everything that we've asked him to do.
Yes, sir. Yes,
there's really nothing else that he can really do on his end as far as getting that fight, because it's like at the end of the day, we know Kambosos is gonna make the most money he's ever made fighting Devin Haney on the zone. I mean, regardless of whether it's on the zone or not, he's gonna.
I don't know. I have no way of knowing that he can make more money with one guy versus another guy. I mean, I would think that George Kambosos would know more about that, and his team would know. As a fan on the outside looking in, I have no way of gauging that. Hey, listen, I know for a fact that he'll make more money fighting Devin Haney. Devin Haney doesn't put his own money up. That comes from Eddie Hearn. So I don't know. I don't know what their budget is. I don't know. I don't know, my brother, to be honest with you. So we're only time to tell.
The only reason why I say that he'll make that I'm figuring that he'll make the most money that he's ever made fighting, you know what I'm saying, with Eddie Hearn.
We got other calls.
It's simply because
go ahead.
It's simply because everybody that fights on the zone makes their biggest payday.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody that comes over that fights on the zone makes their biggest payday. So I don't see why it would be any different with him, and it's a big fight for undisputed. You know what I'm saying, to settle everything.
Okay.
I just don't really understand like his angle on this. I'm confused.
Okay. All right. Well, shout out to DB, man, caller from Florida, man. Salute to you, my brother, man. Salute to my brother, caller from Florida, the Gunshine State, right here where I'm at. Salute to my brother. Caller, please call back. If you call in, if I have someone on the line, I'm not going to hang up on them to answer the call. So call back. I've seen who you were. Just call back, caller. Now, Miss Fit, she said that they just don't want to fight Devin Haney, and I think that's might be obvious at this point. They haven't made their choice yet, but I think that's obvious at this point, Miss Fit. They don't want whoever they is. They don't want Devin Haney. They don't want Kambosos to fight Devin Haney. Now why they don't want him to fight Devin Haney? I think it has more to do with business than anything, because you just can't say it's just Devin Haney. Maybe they don't want to deal with Eddie Hearn. What role is Eddie Hearn playing in the decision of not wanting to roll with Eddie Hearn, who has an app, versus fighting with fighting Vasily Lomachenko, who is on ESPN? Does that have anything to do with it? We don't know. You know what I mean? So, but I'm with you, Misfit. I'm in the bottom line in the end result. End result is they ain't fighting, they fight. Shout out to Jamie Nieto for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says, I'm not listening to anything Carpenter says. First source, sources say a deal with Charlo was closed. Then Bibble Triple G. He's done the same thing. Yeah, he has done the same thing. Yeah. He's done the same thing. He's done the same thing. That's true. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Steve from California.
Steve,
big fan of the show.
Steve from Cali.
What's up, brother?
What the link read, fam? What you want to talk about?
Hey, real quick, one way to figure this all out is do like what they did, I don't know, when Andre Ward won that Super 6.
Tournament, yes.
You got
a tournament, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you got like 5 or 6 top lightweights right now. And everybody thinks that their guy's the best. Figure it out. Make a tournament. You know, the balls roll where they roll, and you're fighting so-and-so. Tank fights Loma, Haney fights Garcia, and then the winner, it's a win-win for the fans, for boxing, for the fighters, because after that, legacy's proven. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the best way. To me, as a boxing fan, I would have liked to seen Haney get the shot just for undisputed. But
I agree.
You know, Loma's a close second. And I don't know. You know, like with these promoters, and I'm not fighting so-and-so because he's with the Zone or this guy's with Al Heyman and all this stuff. Man, it's ruining boxing, really, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Steve, calling from California, man. Thank you so much, my brother, for calling in.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, according to Mike Carpenter, let me repeat this, guys. As you can see, you're physically seeing it with your own eye. This is Mike Carpenter's Twitter page, at Mike Carpenter. I did not make this up. I did not clone this. I'm not, this is not a dummy account. And Coach Malachi Williams is putting this out here and spreading false narratives. If you go on Twitter, click on Mike Carpenter's Twitter page, you will see this on there. Shout out to President Luke for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
President Luke said, how is it for undisputed? If Haney wins, he gets elevated to the French fries belt, then drops it. He would then be left with 3 belts, right? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. That's not true. Devin Haney, if he's the WBC champion, lightweight champion. If he wins those 4 belts, the French fries belt and the 3 other belts from Kambosos, he would not automatically get elevated. He would still have his belt, the WBC belt, but the difference is Devin Haney specifically said, and I heard him say this. This is how I know. He said if he was to win the belt, the franchise belt, they're going to drop that belt and keep the WBC championship belt. That's what he said. So now it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way because that means they would have to strip him of the WBC belt, strip him of that, and say, hey, now you're the French fries champion. And no, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. But you know what? Mauricio Sulaiman does what he wants to do. Maybe who knows, man? That guy is something else. But anyways, let's go here. Sources Mike Carpenter said that the PBC offered Canelo Alvarez a 2-fight deal worth upwards of $100 million guaranteed for bouts with Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez in May and in September, respectfully. You know what I mean? Now, but the package was rejected by Canelo Alvarez about 10 days ago. And there has been no dialogue with the PBC since. Only problem I have with this is Mike Carpenter has said a lot of conflicting things over the last week or two. Sources. How do you know, sir, that the PBC offered Canelo Alvarez a 2-fight deal worth upwards of $100 million? You put out a report not too long ago saying that the PBC offered Canelo Alvarez a fight with Jamal Charlo, a 1-fight, $50 million deal. You just said this not too long ago. The receipts are on your page. Now you're saying that, and I don't know what is true. Remember, I told you guys, anytime you see a motherfucker, corporate media, Mike Carpenter, works for ESPN, when they say, sources say, he didn't say right here, sources, meaning rumors, hasn't been confirmed or substantiated, we don't know. Where did he get this from? He could have pulled this out of his ass. I have no idea. Sources, right? That's what they say, right? Here you go. Let's continue. This guy says, talk's completely broken up. Okay, now Mike Carpenter. People look at Mike Carpenter like he's the Bible. But when Mike Carpenter say something, boy, that shit real. Nigga, please. Let's continue. Let's go. Some people feel that way. It ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Corporate media, huh? He said, with talks completely broken off, Canelo has been focused on completing deal with Matchroom for fights with Dimitri Bivol and Triple G. As you can see me right here, What did I say right here, guys? Who are the sources, sir? This is what I said. This is what I said right here, guys. Who are the sources, sir? Did you see that? As a matter of fact, you saw that, guys? Who are the sources, sir? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, Retro Jed.
Retro Jed, what's going on, fam? Retro Jed, what's going on, my brother?
Listen, I got breaking news for you. Sources say
yes, sir,
that due to current events over the past couple of days, Ryan Garcia's new line of perfume will now be called Sweet Sweat, which is also edible. Sources say.
Sources say. Hey, listen, I'm looking at this Mike Carpenter. Soon as I saw this shit, he said, who are the sources? Who are the sources? Who are the sources? And this guy says sauces. Who are the sources? I just, I'm just saying, who are the sources?
My source, because if I would possibly put them out there, and I don't want them to get in trouble because I can't put those sources out. The sources say this. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
So yeah, man. So you let your Jed. Shout out to you, fam. Salute to you, my brother.
Shout out to you, man. God bless you, brother.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Electro Jed. Yeah, man. So I replied back. You see the dude right here? I say, who are the sources, sir? I don't even play. And the dude right here retweeted it. He say, sources say. He started laughing at me and Mike Carpenter. And then he say, trust me. Just trust him. Just trust me on this. Sauces. Okay, there you go. Listen, I go straight to the meat and potatoes. Who the sources, sir? Sir, who are the sources, sir? Hey, Cassidy, we'll go right at him. Who the sources here, sir? Sir, who is the sources? Shout out to the Queen Miss Fit. Sources say, yeah, who are the sources? Who are the sources? We need to know. Because you said a whole lot of shit. As a matter of fact, let's do some fact checking. They say, we got the fact checkers. CNN was good at that. Our fact checkers say, yeah. Your fact checkers just so happen to be slated to push your narrative. Corporate media is something else, right? Let's go down Mike Carpenter's feed. Canelo is, according to Ringside retweeted this 4 hours ago. Canelo is weighing his options, but he's leaning towards one particular offer. And they're showing a picture of David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo. And it says PBC has offered Canelo a 2-fight deal worth upwards of $100 million, guaranteed for bouts with Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez in May and September, respectively. But that package was rejected by Canelo Alvarez last week, and there has been no dialogue with the PBC since. With talks completely broken off, Canelo has been focused on completing deal with Matchroom for fights with Mike Carpenter, with Dimitri Bivol and Triple G. Mike Carpenter on Canelo's current offers. Sir, how do you know this, sir? So ESPN Ringside is retweeting something that Mike Carpenter said, but when you go to Mike Carpenter, he says that sources. Let's go down some more. Let's see what else he said. Let's see, Mike Carpenter, sources say. I told you guys about this sources say shit. Right? I told you. I don't play with that sources shit, right? Let's continue. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going down. Mike Carpenter. This dude here, sir. Capital. Let's continue. Sources. Lee Selby, Gustavo Lemos, IBF lightweight title eliminator, will take place on March 25th in Buenos Aires, right? Or promotions won purse bid last month with 200,600. Okay, let's continue. Let's see what he says. Isaac Cruz and former champion Gamboa have agreed to a deal for a lightweight bout on April the 16th. Sources tell Mike Carpenter. There we go with sources again, right? The fight will serve as a co-main event for Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas. Okay, let's continue. Sources again. Sources. The PBC has offered Canelo Alvarez, that's what he said, with talks completely broken off. Okay. Canelo's looking at Dimitri Bivol and Triple G. Sources. He talks about Isaac Cruz and Gamboa. Let's continue. Do you have any more sources, Mike? Sources. Brian Castano suffered a minor right bicep tear while sparring, postponing the match. I'm hearing that this is true. So let's stop right here. Some people say Castano is ducking Jamel Charlo, and that could be a possibility. I don't know. Let's continue. This guy has a lot. He got Triple G right here. Some people call Triple G Sir Duck a lot. They say he likes to duck. He duck Andrade and he ducked Charlo. That's what sources say. Let's see. Ringside, it says Vasily Lomachenko has agreed to his side of the deal for a fight with George Kambosos. Sources via Mike Coppinger. That's what Mike Coppinger is saying, right? And there we go again. Let's see. Devin Haney said, whatever he taking, I'll take the same offer. This is Devin Haney replying back. Okay. So this is what's going on, guys. I'm just letting you go let you know, guys know this shit going down on Twitter, right? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, this is Ignacio from the 805.
Ignacio from the 805. What's going on, fam? What you want to talk about?
Nothing much. I just saw your show. You guys were talking about this whole Haney and Kambosos fiasco.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say real quick. His father, Bill Haney, went on Barbershop Conversations last year in April, and he did a show with Mauricio Sulaiman. So that way people can go ahead and take a look at that show on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
If they fast forward all the way to an hour and 37 minutes in, from that point on, they will see that Bill Haney himself tells the host and Mauricio Sulaiman that Devin Haney won the interim title, and he never at any point petitioned to be the mandatory challenger to Lomachenko when he had that belt. So this idea that Loma has been ducking him the whole time, his own father just basically lied and admitted that they were never the mandatory at any point to fight Loma. They literally petitioned to be the interim champ. So I don't understand how these people keep saying that Loma was ducking him the whole time when that was never the case.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Ignacio. Call him, man, from the 805. Shout out to you, fam. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Salute to you. Miss Fitz says, if their promoters offer $1 trillion, they're gonna still turn it down. Boy, Miss Fit, you are so messy. You are so messy, Miss Fit. Let's see. So this is what's going on, guys. This is what's going on. I want to show you guys this here. This is what's been going on with Mike Coppinger and sources. Bro, I'm not the source. I ask who are the sources? Because I like to verify and confirm shit. So Devin Haney says right here, whatever he taking, I'll take the same offer. And he's added Eddie Hearn, George Kambosos, and Lou DiBella. And Mike Coppinger say the smart play. Take short money now if you have to, then get paid after you're the guy. Oh, this is what he says, right? Same shit they told Terrence Crawford as well. And say Floyd Mayweather doing the same thing with Oscar De La Hoya, yada yada yada. And okay, let's continue. I get it. Chris Manick said Lomachenko's message to Top Rank has been clear. Get me the Kambosos fight, whatever financial sacrifices that Lomachenko has to take, make for a shot at becoming a 4-belt champion, he's willing to make it. Okay. Bro, this is a whole lot of shit going on. Sources, Vasily Lomachenko has agreed, according to Mike Coppinger. Okay, sources. This is what he said. Let's continue. Sources, Jerron Boots Ennis, and Castillo Clayton have reached a deal for the IBF welterweight title eliminator. Okay, that's okay. I heard that as well. Let's see. Sources, Vasily Lomachenko is the clear front runner for Devin Haney, is the clear front runner per sources. Who the sources are, sir? But Devin Haney is in contention. Okay, let's continue. So Devin Haney is still in contention, guys. Sources, George Kambosos is slated to make first title defense for undisputed lightweight champion on June the 5th. Let's continue. As you can see, Mike Coppinger has a whole bunch of goddamn sources. Now, this shit here says Triller makes it official. Now that it's official, you can talk about stuff that's official. Sources, let's see. Let's continue. Let's see. John Ryder. There's a whole lot of shit going on here. Just go to Mike Carpenter's Twitter feed, and you'll see a whole lot of sources saying stuff like that and yada yada yada. All right. I think you know what, guys. Let me see. Let me look at this. Let me look at this. This guy right here. Let's see. This guy right here. We got another call calling in. Let's see. Another call calling in. And we're gonna hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Preston. I'm calling from North Carolina.
Preston from North Carolina. What the link read, fam? What you want to talk about?
Yeah, so you was touching on the Kambosos and the Devin Haney fight.
Yes, sir.
You know, I know they're still in negotiations.
Yes, sir.
And it's possible that it still might happen. But my thing is this. You know, I know I might ruffle a little feathers a little bit, but it is what it is. Okay, so if this fight don't go through,
yes, sir,
Devin needs to call out Tank. Tank is the key piece. Reason why I say that is because after Kambosos and Loma fight, they're going to call out Tank anyway. So it's better if you beat them to the punch and call out Tank.
Yeah.
If you don't call out Tank,
no, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So if he don't call out Tank, Tank's going to end up getting those belts before Devin gets.
How do you figure that?
Because they already been called out Tank before. They already mentioned that Tank is on their hit list. Loma and Kambosos have. And also, on top of that, according to BoxRec, which is like the Bible of all of the fighters' records, Tank is currently the #1 lightweight in the world without the belt. So that's why Devin need to call Tank out so he can make a splash and make some noise and show that he is that dude the way that he claims he is.
But Floyd Mayweather specifically said that Tank Davis would not be fighting anybody outside of the PBC or Mayweather Promotions promotional company. So I think
yes, sir, that's true.
Yeah, I think Kambosos, Lomachenko, King Kong, Godzilla, not trying to be funny, but can call Tank out all they want. But Tank is not going to fight anyone that's not a PBC fighter or a TMT fighter.
Now, since you mentioned that,
yes, sir.
Now, is Devin Haney contracted to the Zone or Matchroom?
No, sir. Devin Haney, according to Devin Haney supporters, Devin Haney is his own boss. He signed himself. Correct. He doesn't have a promoter.
That's correct.
The problem
that means that Devin Haney promotes himself.
He promotes himself.
Correct.
So that means that he puts up his own money. He secures his own site fees.
Okay.
That means that he pays fighters. Hey, look, I want to fight you. I'm gonna pay you so many millions of dollars or 100,000 or whatever to fight. That means that he does all of that. The only problem is he doesn't do any of that. When Devin Haney has a fight,
that's the problem.
When Devin Haney has a fight, he has to go. Hey, Eddie Hearn, get in contact with Eddie. Hey, Eddie, make that happen. Reach out to Kambosos. Eddie, I need you to do A, B, C, and D. If Devin Haney was this power broker like they say he is in the sport of boxing, he's not putting up his own money. He doesn't put up money to secure site fees. He doesn't. Now he does pay his own sanctioning fees. He doesn't put the money up to pay the fighters. They have to go through the Zone and Eddie Hearn. This is why Eddie Hearn is there.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying, my brother? That's why he's there. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. But my point is this. Devin Haney's getting paid like $3 million per fight. So he's getting paid advance.
Hold on. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. I hear people say that. They say Devin Haney's getting paid $3 million per fight. Who is paying him? No, this is a serious question. Who is paying Devin Haney $3 million per fight?
But that would be Eddie Hearn, sir.
Right. So if Eddie Hearn is paying him, then that means that Devin Haney can't be his own boss. He can't be independent. Because whoever pays you, you see what I'm saying?
That is correct. But
yes,
now keep this in mind. Now, wouldn't Hearn want his return on investment? Wouldn't it be a great fight with a great idea for Haney to call out Tank since he's his own promotional company? And if he really pushed it, but he got to call Tank out though. That's the key. You know what I mean? He got to really call Tank out. But if you don't call him out, then like I say, Tank, Devin gonna end up having like a Gary Russell Jr. type of career if he don't. Now, the reason why I mentioned him calling out Tank is because, like I say, Devin wants the belt. Now, this is another thing. Devin wants the belt. Devin wants the belt. That's the only thing he's really eyeing right now. If this negotiations do not fall through for this Kambosos fight, then if he call out Tank and beats him to the punch, and if he beats Tank, not only will he have a shot at undisputed at 35, but when he do decide to move up, which is something that his team has been discussing, he will also have a shot at undisputed at 40 as well. So that's why I was mentioning that Tank it'd be better if Haney calls out Tank and make his presence known and make a splash. You know what I mean? Or otherwise, you're gonna be wondering why, Devin's taking these, low risk contender fights and just holding his belt and being called the email champion and being called boring as fuck. You know what I mean? If he fights Tank, not only will it be an exciting fight, but he's gonna get respect for his skills as well. You know what I mean? Now I'm more, people be thinking I be hating when I be saying that, but I mean it's the right move to make. You know what I mean? And I understand he wants to have his own promotional company and follow the Mayweather's blueprint, but you know what I mean? You got to beat the top dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tank will always trump him.
What is?
And that's just what it is.
I don't want to keep the call going because we can go on and on, but I do hear people say, follow the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. What is the Floyd Mayweather blueprint to your understanding?
Well, the Floyd Mayweather blueprint to me was when Floyd bought out of his contract with Top Rank. He became his own boss because he felt he wasn't getting the big fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and on top of that, Floyd was ranked as the top dog, in his division as well, or, at least one of the top contenders. So, not only did, he was able to have his record and have that status, he was able to get his own checks and stuff as well, get a large percentage of the pot. You know what I mean? So for Devin, like I said, like you had mentioned that Hearn is the one that's paying Devin, and Devin got his own promotional company. You know what I mean? You pretty much getting fronted, some cash or whatnot for the fights instead of really being out here being aggressive, and calling out these top fighters, so you can actually start bringing in the bankroll and be the prize fighter that you claim that you are.
Okay. So you feel basically you feel like that the play for Devin Haney is this: if he doesn't land the Kambosos fight, the fight to become undisputed, then his next move should be call out Tank Davis and seeking him get with Floyd Mayweather and make that fight happen. Instead of chasing Lomachenko or chasing these other guys who don't want to fight him, maybe he should just fight him and Tank Davis should fight each other and create their own lane and their own legacy by two brothers fighting each other instead of complaining about these guys don't want to fight us, they blackballing us. Let's create our own lane and legacy and fight each other. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because the winner of that fight is going to become the hunted. What I mean by that is whoever wins between Loma and Kambosos, they're going to be calling out the winner of that fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, all right. That's a strategic move. I got you. I got exactly what you're saying. So, hey, shout out to my brother Preston, man. Go ahead. Yeah. Shout out to my brother Preston, calling man from North Carolina. You from NC, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Salute to you, my brother. Charlotte, North Carolina. Salute to my brother, man. Thank you so much for calling me. All right, guys, let's give everybody a round of applause. We had a damn good show today, boy. Oh, this here, boy. This is damn. Woo! Boy, the show today was something else, boy. Boy, the show today was something else, man. As a matter of fact, let's do this, man. Let me go ahead, man, and let me go ahead and let's do it like this here, man.
You're begging me not to leave you. And I refuse to let you go.
Let's do this, man. Shout out to everybody who called in. Salute to Preston calling from North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out to Troy calling from B-More. Shout out to Cassidy calling from London. Shout out to DB calling from Florida. Shout out to Steve calling from California. Shout out to Electro Jed calling from New Mexico. Shout out to Ignacio calling from the 805. Shout out to Brown calling from New York. Shout out to Jamie calling from New York. Shout out to Gustavo calling from Houston, Texas. Shout out to Rob Boy Fresh calling from DC. Shout out to Major Key Boxing calling from Old Town, Orlando. Shout out to Stephen Martinez calling from San Fran. Shout out to Derek calling from Florida. Shout out to Drew for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Drew said Floyd is his own boss, but Al Heyman controls his money. Whoever controls the money is the boss. This is facts. Don't never let anyone else tell you that. I don't care what a person says out of their mouth. If you don't put up your own money and you have to depend on someone else to put the money up in order for you to make a fight, depending is the total opposite of independent. I depend on you to make this happen because you have the money that I don't have, or you have the money that I need in order to make this happen. Right? It sounds good. I'm my own boss, got my own promotion company. Listen, Errol Smith got his own promotion company. Terrence Crawford got his own promotion company. Jamel Charlo got their own promotion company. Guess what? Do they make their own fights? No. Do they secure the site fee for their venues where they fight at? No. Do they pay the fighter their opponent? Do they cut a check out to their opponent in order to fight them? No. What do they say? Call Al. What do Devin Haney say? Call Eddie. Whoever you got to call is the boss. I don't give a damn what nobody says. Let's go. Let's see. Shout out to Con Shonery for dropping that $6.99. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Sean Connery, Con Shonery, he says, Stack Show, bro. Yes, sir.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
He said,
shut up! Or I bust a cap up in your ass.
Really, though?
That's wrong, isn't it? That's wrong. He did nothing to you.
For real?
The fuck?
Now, who sent you, nigga? You wish you could work it the way I do.
Yes, sir.
True.
Let's do this, man. Let's do this. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Shout out to Troy Graham. Salute to AV Sounds. Shout out to George H. Shout out to Nick Rich. Shout out to Fistiana Fights. Shout out to Kathy W. Shout out to Lady Shan. Salute to Ava as well. Shout out to Deborah Booker. Salute to Alice Corona. Shout out to Dean West. Salute to Jim 82. Shout out to Dragon Leg. What up? Shout out to Two Matador. Shout out to CB3. Shout out to Miguel Charco. Shout out to Karma Serene. Shout out to the Queen, Karma Serene. I like saying it just rhymes. Shout out to Arnold. What's going on, my brother? Shout out to Major Key Boxing calling from Old Town. Shout out to Jay Miller with the lick read, baby. Shout out to Juan Carrillo. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to True Gritter. 402. Shout out to Malcolm Roach. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Hair Hero Elite. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Folabon. What's happening? Shout out to Philo 58. Shout out to Ralph Reacts. Salute to Ron Boy Fresh in the building. Shout out to Dante Starnes. Shout out to Big Ronald Finkley. Shout out to my main man Charles N. Salute to Chick from Chick, man. Sicarelli. Shout out to Chick, man. Shout out to Hector Garcia. Salute to my brother Damian Bennett. Shout out to Lonnie Laughlin. Salute to the Queen Love Green Eyes P. Shout out to Charlo, my brother Charlo. Salute to Ahmed, what's going on, brother? Shout out to Jack Watatama. Salute to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Salute to Jason Dockery. Salute to the sister, the queen, Fistiana Fights. Shout out to the queen, Miss Fitz. Shout out to my brother Retro Bossing and Documentaries, Blood, my brother. Shout out to Schoolo X-Man. Salute to my brother Mark Nash. Shout out to Rider of the Storm. Holla back, Carl Henson. Salute to Philly Fly, So Fly. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. Shout out to A. Sneed. Salute to Paul Evans. Salute to my brother Mr. Pads. Shout out to the Queen Arlette. Salute to the Queen Lisa Bells. Shout out to my main man James Brown. Shout out to my brother Smith and West. And salute to Punch Perfect Boxing. Other than that, that's it. It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New media today, USA Boxing. Shout out to 702 Man Cave, Deuce Trey, Con Shinery, my main man Diallo Huggy, aka Huggy Bear. We're gonna have a fire show tomorrow. Shout out to Hawk from Maryland. Shout out to Peter Reeves. Shout out to my haters and detractors who did not call in today. On this show, you won't get blocked. You can call in, talk to the old boy. Speak your mind, speak your piece. It is what it is. Other than that, this is our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New media today, USA Boxing. Shout out to my main man Cassidy, called in from London as well. See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know how we get down, and we gonna go out like this here, man, with Otis, man. You know what I mean? What we gonna do?
You're begging me not to leave. And I refuse to let you go.
3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I see you guys tomorrow, man. Holla back. You know how we do it. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.